Hello everybody, welcome to the second part of my celebration weekend of 1 year of live streams. So it has officially been over 1 year now of me doing live streams, as the first one was on the 11th of July of 2025. So we are doing a special celebration today where I am showing all of the books. Here I have stack one of three. Stack one of three of all the books and pages that I've coloured over the last year. So really looking forward to going through them with you all. My voice is a bit I'm really feeling the hay fever symptoms at the moment. Eyes watery, nose is stuffy, that kind of stuff, but it's getting to my voice, but I feel fine. Hi Kimberlyn, and hi Yvette, hi Cynthia, hi Ada and Penny and Mandy. Welcome to you all and thank you very much. Yeah, it's really exciting. It crept up on me. Well, I knew it was coming soon. I knew I started in the summer of last year and I thought, let me just double check. And I was like, oh yeah, it's been a year. How about that? Hiya Chris and hiya Lindsay. Welcome. Love catching your live stream. Thank you. Hiya Dana, you're not going to be in chat much, I'm watching though, thanks for being here. And if you are watching in the replay crew, hello, I feel like this might be a popular one to come back and rewatch as I'm showing a lot of pages. I did go through the stats last time. I've since discovered that I was wrong. I think I said I'd coloured 130 pages. I haven't. I miscalculated because of the Lonely Pumpkin books. I counted the total number of pages I did that day, but I didn't colour them all on live stream. So I'd overestimated. So it's actually 114 pages in 78 books over 103 live streams. So yeah, that's the final stats. At least I think they are. I may be wrong. I may have missed something or incorrectly included something else. But yeah, these are all pages I've coloured a part of on live stream. I haven't necessarily finished them all, but I've coloured on live streams. Hiya Sam, hi Paulina, hello Angela and Sarah and Helen, welcome. Yeah, I'm just looking at all the stacks because I've got a stack here, I've got two stacks to the side of me, there's so many stacks. I may make the stacks a bit smaller again because, and I don't know what I'm going to do for putting them away. I don't really have space, but it will be fine. I'm just moving some stuff down, which is why maybe my voice changed. But yeah, I've got my list of all the pages here and I have decided to do it in order. So starting with the earliest one, ending with the most recent one, and I will pull books back out and show you them in the order I coloured them in. Probably there's 78 books. So 35 books, which I filmed a video yesterday, that was up to my knees. So 78 is probably up to my hips. I do have quite long legs, so maybe up to the mid-thigh. I am not daring to stack them all on top of each other because that's just going to be insane. The thumbnail has the two stacks that I made, and yeah, it was basically touching the tripod and that was all pushed back up the top. It was a lot of books. Hi Mimi and hi Emma. Actually, before I start today, I do want to share something with you on the screen. It is, oh, come on. There we go. The Romantic Country 3 collab. So it is about half filled now, just over half filled. So I wanted to show what pages were still available. So we've got lots of pages still available. Cocot maps, all the map pages. We've got the Old Town. We've got the Christmas market, early summer. Lots of doubles still available. I will just slowly go down here. This one, vegetables fresh from the garden. Cutlery, horse-drawn carriageway. The fairground still available. Chapter 3. Yes, towards the end, but it starts getting quite gappy. Lots of lovely pages still to fill. I think, yeah, I've got 36 out of 70 colourists. So that's 34 left to fill. and I know some people have said that they would take on a second page. I'm going to leave it a week, and if after a week I still have spaces, then I will open up for second pages. But yeah, just know that I see you, I hear you, I thank you, and I will put that post out in a week's time, and I'll do a couple of other posts to share. But yeah, that's a little update of what is going on with the collab. Definitely a lot slower with the sign ups of this one compared to the second tale, which took a matter of 6 hours to fill. Whereas this one more aligned with how the first one filled up, which is good in a way, because it means that if you didn't see it straight away, then you still have a good chance of getting in and getting involved. Yeah, thank you to those offering. Hi Dawn, welcome, and hi Claudia, or is it Claudia? Welcome, welcome. Probably Claudia. I feel like that's the more common pronunciation when you spell it with a K, but let me know. Right, I think I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm not going to go over full details. It's partly book availability as well. Oh yeah, definitely. The second one, Claudia. Perfect. So yeah, I'm going to share all my pages in the order that I coloured them. In fact, I'm going to zoom out so we can see the whole thing. Just readjusting the camera. There we go. So you can see a little preview. I mean, it's not a secret, it's all stuff I've coloured on live before. But the first page I ever coloured on live stream was this book, Lulu's House of Wonder, which feels fitting as it's the focus book for the second half of the year now. So I coloured this over 3 live streams, which definitely is longer than it would take me now. I would probably do this in 1.5. I definitely got on quicker at colouring on live now than I first started, and I thought that was interesting whilst looking back. So yeah, that was the first one. Super fun, bright colours. One of my absolute favourite pages in this book. In fact, that was the first page I coloured, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, July. Oh no, was it the mermaid one? Might have been the mermaid one. Yeah, the mermaid. No, that was August. It was this one, or that little one at the start. Yeah, the third tale is much harder to find, I'm afraid. So yeah, that was page number 1, Lulu's House of Wonder by Lulu Mayo. Then Nell Koneko's Story of Precious Cats was the second page. And again, this was the first page I coloured in this book. Live streams have been a great opportunity for me to get first pages coloured in books that I previously untouched. So here we go. I loved colouring this. I used the Albrecht Dürers and polychromos for this. We've got a bit of glazed pen on my eyes. Are they shiny? Yeah, you can see the shine. There you go. And they sit with that copy of the third tale. I never sold it for that price yet. With Amazon, it's ridiculous. Yeah, no, I know it's a hard to find book. I put a poll out a few months ago, or a month or 2 ago, to gauge interest, and I did have quite a lot of people saying they would get involved. And now I'm looking at this page, I didn't activate this little section there. Interesting. I remember hanging out on this live, yeah, one of the very first that I did, and it made me fall in love with this book, absolutely. I feel like you finished it in the evening. I think it took me two or three streams to do this. It's the 31st of July. I finished that one. That's Nell Koneko's Story of Precious Cats. You're now seeing like how my videos look for completed pages, and I edit out the moving the book out of frame and slamming it on the floor. Well, not slamming it, but... Then I did this one, Colours Make You Happy, Volume 2 by Miki Takai. I need to get back to this book because it's the only one I've coloured in it still. And I did this Wizard of Oz page. I love how this turned out. Super bright and colourful. I used quite a lot of the Language gel pens on here to go over the borders and do some grass texture. And I think, did I use a gold on here? No, I don't know. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. Nice and bright and bold and beautiful. I used a bit of the Spectrum Noir clear glitter pen on the castle and the ruby slippers. Hello Adele, welcome, welcome. Fancy seeing me here? I know. It is good to see you. It feels like it's been a while. How are you doing? Yeah, that was page number 3. Colours Make You Happy, Volume 2 by Miki Takai. I'm seeing if I don't remember any of these pages. So far, all 3. So Kimberly's been here since the start. Love that. And this is the Mysterious Journey colouring book, and there is an English edition coming out very soon of this book and the other book by this artist Sugumi. So if you're interested, check out my Amazon upcoming releases list, and it's on there. But if you search for Desert Fox, no, not Desert Fox, Fennec Fox colouring book, should come up on Amazon. They're releasing on, I think it's the 30th of July, or it might be the 31st. It's right at the end of July. But again, I did my first page in here, and it was this one. I remember doing this very fondly on stream. My first guest stream, I was colouring a bunch of bookmarks. Oh, that's coming up much later. Tired as heck, but kind of okay. I was hanging out with my co-workers for the weekend, so I didn't get much sleep the last 2 nights. Wow, I hope you had lots of fun, Adele. Yeah, really liked how this turned out. That was in August. Tried to replicate the colours best I could, and if I remember, not if I remember correctly, I always end up going brighter because it's very hard to get these muted tones, but I think I did a pretty good job. I'm very pleased with how this section here turned out because I was very nervous about that and putting it off. Yeah, that was fun. I really want to come back to this book soon. Haven't coloured in it yet this year, so yeah, want to come to that. So that's the Mysterious Journey colouring book by Sugumi. I think my first one was the last stream from Lulu's House of Wonder skunk page. Oh, nice. Also, I bought 2 books and then a bottle of Sprite wasn't closed properly in my backpack. No! Oh, that is the worst. The absolute worst. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. And we have this book, the Greek mythology colouring book by, I think it's Yoshimi, yeah, Sekiguchi. I've still only done 1 page in this one as well. It is a goal of mine to colour in all my Asian books this year, so I need to come back to this. And I did this one with just the Castle Art Harmonious pencils. So it's very muted, with the exception of this sun, which I did in gold because I felt like it needed it. At least it's Sprite and not coffee or cola. Hopefully they dry okay. Hopefully. Yes, I did it as a buddy with Yolanda and Steve. We did it as like a trio buddy, a pencil buddy colour. So we each picked a different page using just this pencil set, and we all definitely struggled. They're not the best pencils on their own. They work well complementing others. But yeah, I do like how that turned out. Very nice. Oh, hi Jenny. I don't think I saw you come in, but hello, hello. It is a gorgeous book. Need to come back to this. Got some beautiful double page spreads in here. And I really love all the Greek gods and goddesses. And you've also got some zodiac pages as well towards the back with these stained glass borders that are really fun. Yeah, that's Greek mythology by Yoshimi Sekiguchi. Then we have the Flights of Fancy colouring book by Camilla Dorico. Quite possibly one of my favourite pages I've done on stream. I remember really loving this because it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is just adorable. What a cute page. And I did the background to start with on stream, and as it was drying I picked out another book to do another galaxy background because I did it for Space Timber. So I also did the background in Dragon Spell, this one, and then the rest I coloured in my own time. It took me a long time to come back to this page, but yeah, I did the background whilst the Obi-Wan Kenobi page was drying. Did I finish this on stream? I don't think I did. I don't think I finished either of them on stream. I think I just did the backgrounds. Yeah, I think I could do a better job at this galaxy. It's very pigmented, like you can see how shiny the pigment is, but it is effective. and it was fun, and it's got lots of shiny ink on the top. He looks so light on camera because the colours are blowing out all weird because of the background, but he's actually quite bright in real life. There we go, that's a bit better. Not really though. He's a lot brighter in real life. Yeah, so I did both of those 2 pages on the same stream. I was so excited to colour that bee. And he got a lot of love, as he should. Little Obi-Wan Kenobi with his lightsaber. So yeah, did those 2 on the same stream. Exactly, that you got the spelling. Hiya Marielle, welcome. Yes and no, I like them, but not my most fancy ones. It was 26 letters and inklings. Ooh, yeah, you've done so much in 26 letters. Hopefully that turns out. Oh no, what about your water-based marker pages? Have they kind of run a bit? I hope they're okay. Alright, next page I did was in Tales from the Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlson. Again, the first page I did in here, and it was this one. This page I loved doing the vase, and I'm really happy with the vase. I like the leaves, I like the blackberries, I don't care for the flowers, I just feel like they look a bit odd. But I like how it pops against the black background. It just feels like it's kind of floating a bit. I think I needed to do some more, I don't know, leafage in the background, so then it didn't look like, it just looks odd floating, but I do like how it turned out, and it was fun colouring on stream, some gold metallic accents, and where is my piece of paper saying my colour combos, because I know I saved it and it's clearly fallen out the book. That is frustrating. I think I should be able to go back on a previous video and see the little colour combo, and I know what I used. It was gold, not gold, it was Prismacolors for this. Yeah, I did that one, that was in September. Then I have this one, Kirby Rosanis 10-year celebration colouring book. I was actually asked to colour this by Lomart because they sent me this book, and I had to do this epic Mushroom Dino page. I can't remember what I did on stream though. I think I had already based it, and then I was doing the pencil shading on stream, maybe? Yeah, I think I did the pencil shading, or I may have done the basing. It was one of that. I know I did the background in my own time, and I just got this, the Prism Gold Glimmer Mist, so I was loving using that. You'll see another page later that uses it, and that's all the gold in the background. I accidentally, I think one area did it too close to the page, so it was very splotchy, so I was like, well, I'm just going to have extra areas of splotches and commit. And I also did the gold Winsor & Newton ink for larger splotches. Yeah, I love this page, and I like the background as well. It really sort of made it look nice and effective, and yeah, I was glad to get a page done in here pretty soon after I received it. In fact, I think I finished this on the mark of the 10-year celebration. So far I remember watching, mostly lurking on all the pages on streams. Amazing, thank you Claudia, and I'm glad that you have now come into chat and said hi. Hello, loving everything in colour. Oh, do remind me, or do tell me what is your name, or what you prefer to be called by on stream. Doesn't have to be your actual name. They did, but now I'm debating to go over them with a water brush because I kind of like how it blended. I mean, happy little accidents, Adele. What this shows you is I've had no life. Hey, the life is, streaming is the life. At least it has been for me. It's a little strange to watch Jess without the text box above her chat. I know, I turned that off, and I was like, I'll keep the chat box. Here it is. But I'll take off the book I'm colouring, because I ain't colouring yet. I'm hoping to, before the end, I want to finish off the final page I've coloured in the last year on stream. Nice kind of full circle moment. I'm just a little mad at myself for not checking the stupid bottle. Adele, though, it happens. It's life, and it's sad, but it's the stuff that happens. Welcome, Julie. Thanks for being here. So that was the Kirby Rosanis 10-year celebration. Then I have the Enchanted Animals special, another one where I coloured my first page in it. A lot of these were previously untouched. live streams have been great for getting me to colour in untouched books. And I did this one. Loved this. I remember this being a particularly chatty stream, because I did all the basing in one stream, and then I just did the central circle bit with pencils. And I distinctly remember being being commented on, is Jess ever going to colour the page? Because I was chatting for so long. It took me a while to find the balance between colouring and keeping up with the chat. I feel like I'm better at it now, for sure. Hiya Hannah, you had a nap, no worries, welcome in. Emma's still working on Around the World, and she's in France, ooh la la, Paris. Watching, commenting, colouring and not going crazy is too much multitasking for me. That's fair enough, Claudia. So yeah, like how this turned out. We've got gold on the borders and on the lines on the wallpaper. Yeah, I was really excited to colour my first page in this book, as it was kindly gifted to me by Catherine. So if you're watching, Catherine, thank you. So that is Enchanted Animals Special by Kaneko Agusa. I feel like that chat had way more people in it for some reason. Yeah, it was a very chatty chat. I remember that clearly. Which is interesting, because looking at most of these I'm like, don't have too many memories associated with them. And I got Moonlight Mischief by R.J. Hampson, another previously untouched book. And I did this one, The Sleeping Tree. Oh, I love this page. Just pure autumnal goodness. And it's got lots of gold. I did a gold metallic watercolour paint. It does look a bit chonky and a bit, I mean, it looks great for you guys. It's just so shiny because this is so bright, whereas the background's so dark. I used a very, very dark brown rather than a black, so as to hopefully not yellow the page. And then I went over with the gold glimmer mist everywhere. Now we're coming back to autumn. I feel like I'm going to use this a lot more now. It just, gold and autumn, I feel like go so well together. These pages were done around the time I asked you to show basing with alcohol marker before colouring a pencil over the top, so thank you. Ah, there you go. I did not remember that, but yeah. Yeah, because I think this was in my stack of plans, and I was like, ooh, I might as well do it on the stream. Because back then I didn't have any focus books on stream. I just kind of coloured whatever was in my plans. It tended to be ones that were randomised, I think, is where I picked them from. And I'm kind of missing that. I kind of want to return to that. But yeah, it's been good reflecting on the last year. So that's Moonlight Mischief by R.J. Hampson. Then we have Lonely Pumpkin Had a Great Fall, the Lonely Pumpkin compilation book by Yusiku. And for the last 2 years I've been colouring a lot in this book. So in 2024 I did 13 days of Lonely Pumpkin, where I coloured a page in a short form content. I have not returned to that. I did not enjoy it. I will not be doing it again. And then last year I did a video, and then I think this year is going to be a day-long live stream. But I do have written down which pages I coloured. Oh, there we go. That was the first one. Cozy Night. Because I did watch back the video. I think that's Cozy Night. Yeah. And this took half of the live stream, and then I coloured the other two in the other half of the live stream. It took a while. I mean, there's quite a few books and details. I love the colour palette of that. It turned out really cute. Oh, I should have put the page numbers. The next one's What Have We Here? Oh, that's the last one. I'll put my finger in there. I think it's one where she's like looking shocked or something. Maybe she... Is it that one? Yeah. So that was the second one I did. What Have We Here? I unknowingly did like 3 pages in a row. Oh no, just 2 pages in a row. I think there is another section where I did 2 pages in a row with dark blue backgrounds. But yeah, it's been nice the last 2 years seeing how much progress I make in this book, and will continue until it's done, because there's 93 pages in here. So that was the second page, and the final one. I needed something quick and easy, so I did this, which is To Be or Not To Be, because the only thing to colour is Lonely Pumpkin, 4 candles, not 4 candles, and a skull. So that was easy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this year doing an all-day live stream. I'm not sure how I'll pick the pages. Ooh, you know what I could do? a prompt wheel. I could have, well, pumpkin would be a bit... Pumpkin that's not lonely pumpkin, I would have like ghost, book, shelf, flower, things like that, mirror. Yeah, that would be fun. But lonely pumpkin, Had a Great Fall by Yusiku. Hello Kate, welcome in. Okay, next one, Journey Through Fairy Tales by Sayuri Kobayashi. And I did this on Halloween. I remember being asked what are my Halloween plans, and I was like, colouring on live stream. No, I did do this one on Halloween. I did this one earlier in the month, one that's coming up later. Cool, I coloured a lot in October, looking at that stack, because that Lonely Pumpkin was, and then I've got 4 more books here that I did in October, so there we go. Yeah, I did this one for Halloween. Love how it turned out. Purple pastel background. Lots of black glitter and some black glaze on the page. Nice shiny. I like the letters, how they turned out. I did have a bit of bleed through from the fixative. It's got a pink tinge to the page. You can see it slightly, but it will be fine. That was from spraying the fixative spray, it just went through, but yeah, I'm happy with the effect that it created and wouldn't have done it any differently, even if I knew it would bleed through. And that will be easy enough to cover up. So yeah, I did that one from the Journey Through Fairy Tales by Sayuri Kobayashi. It's nice, we're getting to see all the seasons represented in this video as well, as it is a year. What's the black / glitter metallic thing you put on that page? It was the black Chromatech glitter gel pen. You can't get those anymore, but instead I would recommend the Languo shiny style ones, since there is a black in there, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, just a black glitter gel pen. Right, then I've got Cute and Creepy by Camilla Dorico. And the one I did was the kitty cat and the pumpkin, and I love him so much. I did Neocoloured 2s for the background, coloured with polychromos over the top. He looks so fluffy. I went all out making him look actually fluffy. So pretty pleased with that. And then did the gold shimmer spray all over the page. A little bit got over here, so I'm going to have to do it to match. What a shame. But yeah, I think I want to colour that page this year during Halloween. I want to colour loads more in this book. Need to send it some more love, because I really love it. I love all of Camilla Dorico's work. Well, not all. All the ones that I have in my collection, I love them. I just remembered zombies. Yeah, did the Pumpkin Cat, which was a great one for how many pumpkins? A lot is the answer. I ain't counting them now. So that's Cute and Creepy by Camilla Dorico. And then we have my big fat fail. Well, it wasn't a fail, I just did not enjoy it, and I have since destashed this book. You may say, no you haven't, you've still got it. Yeah, I've got a pile of books that I've destashed that aren't part of my collection that I've still got here. In fact, I've still got the colours I used. This is a palette from the Practical Colour Combinations book. And I was just... It doesn't look bad by any means. In fact, it looks okay. But I was just getting so frustrated with the line work here and being like, what is going on? I just couldn't be bothered anymore. And I was colouring it on stream. I was in a really bad mood because it was going badly and I was struggling. And I was like, right, put it aside, do something else. So I started colouring the next one. And I thought, I'll come back to this. And I kept picking it out and then looking at the page and being like, nope, still don't want to come back. Looking at it again, nope, still don't want to come back. And then I was like, you know what, I want to get rid of this book. I've got other witchy books that I'd much rather get to than this. I still like it, I do. But no, it's out of my collection. I ain't coming back to it. Don't know why I've kept this. In fact, does this have my address on it? I think it does. No, it doesn't actually. I thought it was one of my Blackwell things, but this is my fine liners that I ordered from Waterstone to hit a shipping threshold. So yeah, Whimsical Anime Witchy colouring book, not actually part of my collection anymore, but that was what, the 17th book I coloured on stream. Don't know, put that somewhere else so I could put it back in the destashed drawer. So yeah, I started this one, Rabbits and Nostalgic Japanese Scenery by Very Berry. Started this after that one. And I did this page and I love it. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I think the bunnies are adorable. Love the scene, like the colours, nice and autumnal. And yeah, looking forward to doing this little small victory style page with similar colours. It was all polychromos. And that was the first and only page I've coloured from that one, the Rabbits and Nostalgic Japanese Scenery colouring book by Very Berry. And then this was what I coloured on Halloween. What were my plans? It was colouring this page. And I loved it. And I think I did this all on the stream, in fact. This was polychromos. Used a palette from the Practical Colour Combos book. Added some of the Pentel Dual Hybrid Metallic glitter gel pens. Some of these were gold, some of them were the orange and gold, although when it dried they all look the same. They do all look the same. I mean, when you hold it up at a certain angle you can see some orange peeking through, but not enough. I like the pink border. This wasn't a buddy colour with Paulina, it was buddy colour with someone else. I'm trying to think who it was. I don't know, but it wasn't Paulina. I don't think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, Paulina. But yeah, that was what I did Halloween night. So that's the Polar Bears Adventure Cruise colouring book by Yuki Shiratori. Right, that is stack number 1. Bringing in stack number 2. Ugh. Right, bear with me. There we go. There we are. Oh, there it is. And so far, all of those books, that is the only time I've coloured them on stream, so you won't be seeing them again. Later on in the year, you get books that come back time and time again. Oh, sorry. I remember most pages as if it was yesterday. Hard to believe it was that long ago already. Yeah, I mean, some of them feel like ages ago, but I also still remember them. Yeah. It is fun looking back, that is for sure. Right, where am I up to next? Number 20. This was at the start of November. I did a page in Mystic Animals. This was pre the days of it being a project book. And I think it's near the front. Here we go. I did the Ram. I wanted to do this for Remembrance Day. I think I started it on Remembrance Day and then finished it the day after, or something like that. Yeah, it says I finished it on the 12th. I do remember colouring it for Remembrance Day and turning these flowers into poppies, because I think they are poppies, or if not they're anemones, which I think look quite similar to poppies. Anyway, they're red for poppies. Don't think I did the best job of colouring the ram itself, but I like everything else on the page. So that's Mystic Animals by Stratton Peterson. There we go. Hi Jeanette, dropping in to say hi. Thank you so much for being here. Loving this video, so many beautiful pages. Thanks Helen. And can we just all have a little ha, you're wrong mumblebee, because I did tell her that she was wrong and I had lots of people saying they would enjoy watching this video, and she goes, nah you didn't. Next I've got Matchstick Mouse cookbook colouring book. I remember what this was. This was because I just finished the previous page, the Ram from Mystic Animals, and I think I still had an hour and a half left of what I would usually stream, so I thought let's make this the kind of extra time bonus book to colour on live streams. And I couldn't decide which page, so I decided to start in order. Although I do not like how this mouse turned out. I was finding my footing of the colour combo for this book. This book is based with alcohol markers, shaded with polychromos, as I've never used that before. I do love the combo of the purple and the red, just her face is not my best Matchstick Mouse face. I think I based her all with the same colour marker and she just looks so dark. But yeah, I do like that one. I need to put this to a separate pile because this book will be returning. That's Matchstick Mouse Cookbook by Morgan O'Brien. Next I've got this one, Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Liedl Oberg. Matchstick Mouse is on my wish list. Helen, you are going to love Matchstick Mouse. I just know it. You'll love it. Cookbook is a good one. I do like that. So the page I did in here is probably my least favourite page I've coloured on stream. It's one of my least favourite pages I've ever done. I just don't like it. Other people said they did. I just don't. And I'm sad because I love this page, and I think that's why I'm so annoyed. It's just, I like purple and teal as a colour combo, but I think the way I'd coloured the fox beforehand. I think I did a poll to see a whip for me to finish, because I felt like finishing a whip, and this one, an autumnal whip specifically. So all I'd done before were the foxes, and I did it about a year ago, and the colouring style between the foxes and the rest of this is just completely different. I think if I made them a bit brighter and darker, I wouldn't hate the page so much, but I ain't changing it now. And you know what? Not every page can be your favourite. That's okay. Turn the page and move on. Ooh, cute page. I like that. And yeah, I haven't come back to this book since. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did a pencil test page at the front, the lemons. But maybe because I didn't like this page, I felt bad about coming back. Oh, I saw so many good versions of this page. That was what, last month's page? Helen coloured it, Adri coloured it. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And it made me very inspired. Yeah, I need to come back to that one. So that's Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Leaderhall Oberg. Have you done a Morgan O'Brien rank and rate? Yes, yes, yes. That is in the rank and rate playlist. I think I did all Morgan O'Brien books, not just Matchstick Mouse. Yeah, Luna. She coloured it like Luna. It looks so good. Need to wait for my Disney Plus sub to cancel so I can sign up to the club. Ooh, nice. Yeah, it is such a fun gift every month. I won't lie. It's my little treat. Right, next we've got Winter Wonder by R.J. Hampson. This was a brand new book at the time, and it arrived and I was like, I want to colour in it straight away. So I did. And I did the Robin page. And it turned out really cute. I think I found an inspiration picture on Pinterest that had these robins with this colour pink for the background. So that is why I did the flowers this shade of pink. And we had the red holly berries. And then people on stream really helped me with the background. And I decided to make the kind of swirly whirliness into like a snow flurry. And I got to doing the background and I was like, why didn't I pick the black background? Because I would have been done so much quicker. This was the one where we didn't know what was going on in the background. Yes, I was like, I thought you meant in the, like the background noise, and I was like, eh? But yeah, this background, I went over and whited out the lines. It was so just, it threw me. I don't like confusing line work. It annoys me. And I was like, why didn't I do the black background one? It was so easy. I've lost it now. Where have you gone? Oh, can't see it. There it is. Why didn't I do this one? So easy. Like, I really enjoyed colouring the main up. And I do like how it turned out. Nice kind of frosty window vibes. So that was Winter Wonder by R.J. Hampson. Do I colour in that book again? I don't think so. I'm going to check my list a bit more carefully now. Then I had a live stream where I just couldn't decide what I was in the mood for. I think I was in a bit of a slump at the time. Just a little one. A mini slump. Slumpish. And I was like, I don't know. And I did a question mark on the live stream. I was like, I don't know what I'm colouring. Let's talk through some options. And I decided, probably with your help, to do a page in a colour by number. Which has been good because I can now reference it and say, if you want to see me colour a colour by number, watch this video, because I did this whole one in that live stream. As it was December, so I was like, let's do a Christmas specific one. And someone suggested that there was a Christmas bell page, so I went and found this. And I think there's another one, which maybe I'll do this year. I'll probably do this year. Yeah, really enjoyed colouring that one. She had lots of tips on how to try and get things smooth. You can see it's not perfectly smooth. You can see lines, but if you work quickly in long strokes, you don't notice the streaks as much. But you can see how much I've improved in this book from this one, which was November 2025. Let's try and find one that's like exactly a year before or something like that. That was January. Okay, this was December 2025. This was November 2023. I'd already improved quite a bit at this point, so actually that's not a good comparison. Let's compare to the first page. These two, much more streaky. I didn't have as good of a technique. I mean, there are some pages in here that are just plain bad, like this background, which is just, I think, a Tombow marker. I think I used a brush tip there, much less streaky. Hello Ali, welcome, love to see you. In fact, there are some here which are just, oh, like this one's terrible, and that one. Ugh. But hey, it's the journey, and you just turn the page, move on to the next one. It's fine. Yeah, I would like to complete this book next year. Yeah, it's fun doing a colour by number on a live. It's Disney Princesses colour by number. Okay, what was next? Got a few Christmassy pages. Colour Me Christmas for Kids, although I hate that it's called for kids. It's just Colour Me Christmas in my opinion. It's by Ella Jarzenbeck. I think when I started this I thought, oh yeah, I could do 2 pages in here. No, I couldn't. I did 1, and it was this one. And it turned out cute. It's got glitter all over the page because I added the Spectrum Noir Clear Sparkle. Where is my music on? Is it just quiet? Yeah, it is. This song's almost ended, it's fine. Yeah, I added the Spectrum Noir Clear Glitter Pen over the top of the snow. I think I could have done a better job with this, but I don't hate it. I feel like a lighter background would have been nicer, but I felt like doing dark. They'll have to declare Ella's work for kids, literally. And I'm sorry, that is not for children. What child is colouring these tiny little cookie cutters and cookies and items on a shelf? No, I refuse. Well, welcome Amanda as well. And lovely to see you. Ella. Hey. I mean, but even this, which is simpler, you've still got these small details on that, like, annoying. I'll have to watch the replay. I think this will be a popular one for the replays, because it's just me sharing a bunch of pages. Yeah, Colour Me Christmas by Ella Jarzenbeck. Hope you've got a nice breakfast there, Adri. Right, then I did my Day of Lonely Pumpkin Christmas. I only managed 2 pages from this one, as they are a bit more detailed, like there's more going on to them. I did that one. Oh, I did one right at the front. So this was the first one I did. I do like how this turned out. Used some silver glitter gel pen on the snow. And I think I accidentally used the wrong colour marker for Boo and the Lonely Pumpkin. Oh no, yeah, it's different. I was meant to just shade with this colour, so Boo looks a bit crazy. I call the dog Boo, by the way. That's the name I made up for it. Usually I just shade it with this kind of ivory colour, but I coloured it over the entire way. It doesn't matter. This is around the time that Amanda did her stream of the Christmas cookies. Yes, I remember that as well. I wonder if there's some kind of legal or marketing reason for this. I wonder too, because the Creepy Kawaii Halloween isn't for kids, and the Cozy Kawaii Xmas, the Christmas one that's coming out later this year, isn't for kids. So what's going on? They are by different, like, sub-publishers. Like, the 4Kids ones are Apple Sauce Press, and the other ones are Cider Mill Press. And then this was the second page I did. I love how striking this is, with the black and grey wallpaper. I really like that edition. Yeah, a spooky Christmas tree. Very cute. Boo's normal sheet was in the wash. Boo's been playing around in some dirty snow. Capybaras is also not marked for kids. Yeah, it's just like, what's going on? Still a whip. I need to finish that. Hey, Christmas this year. Oh, I didn't put a date on here. Did I put a date on any of these? No, I didn't. I need to come back and do that. No, I'm not doing that now. That's Lonely Pumpkins Christmas by Yusiku. Looking forward to going and doing a day-long live stream in that later this year. Then I've got Arstida. This is by Maria Troller, her Seasons book. The English edition is coming out soon. I really need to come back and colour another page because I've only done this one, which I think is near the back. Yeah, did the Christmas market. Very cute and simple. I love her rosy cheeks. So cute. It's a capybara one by Ella too. That is Colour Me Capybaras. It's like the more A4 size one. I think that is Ella, yeah. Yeah, like the colour scheme. For Christmas I do like the classic red, green and a touch of pink. It's very cute. Cider Mill has put different paper, thicker, maybe thinner paper means for kids because someone assumes they don't care. Probably. But I feel like it's the detail that defines whether it's for kids or not. But even then, like, why slap it on the book? No. You just got this Mary Troller book, too scared to colour in it. Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? I'll have a look. What's in here for summer? Because I do want to come back to this book. I'd like to colour in this book once per season. It would take me forever to finish, but oh yeah, that's nice, like the fireflies. Oh, this one's cute with the little bats. Oh, yeah. I mean, favourite. Instant favourite. Beware, Amanda, it is huge. I love all of the cart pages. They are fun. That ice cream one wouldn't take too long. I love these with the little moped. Super cute. And I think this was spring. Yeah, that is Worsted by Maria Troller. Right, let's have a drink. Why didn't no one tell me this? I need that now. I love that book, but I don't like the big, large open spaces. That's Colour Me Capybaras I'm talking about. Yeah, I wish it was smaller. I just feel like my alcohol markers would get drained doing the backgrounds on those books. Okay, then this was the final page I coloured in 2025. In fact, I think I finished this about 11:30 or 11:45. And that is, not that one, not that one, this one, The Hermit. I'll tell you what, I did a terrible job with this gold border. It looks awful. I should come back. It's just very patchy. There you go, you can see it. Ugh. Just needs another layer. But yeah, I'd already based this page with Tombows. You can see from the back, because they do bleed through terribly in this book. Then I shaded, I don't know what with, added some shininess. Can't remember if I did that with you on camera or not. I think I did, and then I added the glitter the next day. But yeah, I counted that I finished this on the 31st of December. So that was book and page number 29. So I did 29 pages in the first kind of 6 months of it. It's Quiet Tarot by Lily Mayo. Put that to the side, go to that later. Then we are very familiar with Fragile World, as it has been the focus book for the first half of 2026. I've since moved on. The first ones we did, I haven't got enough space to get the double page in, is the Snow Leopard and Red Panda pages. I think this took me 3 streams, all based with Neo colours. I love these pages. And then over the top of the snow I used the Extreme Glitter, and I really love how that looks. I was hoping that using that, it's a bit of a finer one, it's got like a blue-green shimmer to it. Oh, it's not picking up at all really. A little bit. You can see a little bit. But yeah, just added a fun touch to it. Oh, I missed a bit. That's fine. I'll spot the bit that I missed. It's there. On the butt. Red pandas are so cute. And I was just really pleased with how they both turned out. Yeah, Neo colours work amazing in Kirby books. No bleed through. No warping. Oh, I say no bleed through. I got a little bit there. But it's only when you overwork it, and I do have a bad habit of overworking it. Yeah, it's the first time we'll see Fragile World, but it will come back by Kirby Rosanes. And then Dragons du Monde. So Diane Dufour was the focus artist for the first half of the year. And the first one I did was this one, this kind of wintry dragon. I really like the limited palette of this, the kind of blue tone greens, blue of the dragon, and then this like sunrise effect sky. So to create that I did a base of a yellow alcohol marker and then added the blue pencil on top to make it look like it was like a sunrise effect. I feel like books like Dragons Du Monde eat more markers because the paper is so thirsty. This, yeah, I do not recommend really. You can see how thirsty it is because it's kind of patchy in a way. Like you can't see just the flat layer of colour that you put down. I mean, obviously you can, but yeah, doing it for a large background I do not recommend. I've had extreme troubles with it. But for basing it works nicely. These are thirsty, but I like it. So I keep doing it. That's Dragons Du Monde by Diane Dufour. Okay, and then it was a very special stream. The next stream, as it was the Tubeathon live stream, where myself and 15 other colourists did a 80-minute time slot each to help raise money for the World Cancer Research Fund. And this was the page I did for it. I did it in honour of my grandpa, who died from cancer, and diving was his passion, so I thought it would be fun to find a page with a little diving scene, and I thought this was perfect, just cute and cosy. You know what, I think this is the first, this is one of 2 cute and cosy pages, no, one of 3 cute and cosy pages I've done this year. I just haven't been feeling it. And then to finish off I did add some stickles, because I had the time and I thought, why not? But yeah, so I shared some stories about my grandpa, and my grandma was in that stream. I didn't see her though because the chat was moving so fast. I was very overwhelmed. I was very scared. I've never been so scared for a live stream. In fact, I was more scared starting this live stream than I was my first live stream. I was shaking. I think it was like anxious excitement, built up energy from watching all the streams before, because I was third from the end. And yeah, I was just so excited, and we were getting so close to 5,000 raised, and we did it in this stream. It was so exciting. Guess this was my first Jess stream. Actually, Tubeathon was my first live stream for anyone. Yeah, it got a lot of people into live streaming, that's for sure. And I know people who have live streamed since then only started for the first time for the Tubeathon. I cannot imagine how scary it was to stream for the first time and for the Tubeathon. It is scary. Very scary. So yeah, very special page, that one, from Fuzzy Friends by Vivi Tinter. And then I did one in New North Therapy by Diane Dufour. I did a couple in this book, as Diane Dufour was the focus illustrator, but this was the first one I did. The Bubble Bath, with my rainbow glittery bubbles, which barely picks up on camera, but I can definitely see it. And little Lexi playing in the bathtub. I just love this page. So cute. I think I did a poll and this one won, and I was so glad it won because I really love how it turned out. So yeah, first one I did here. Oh, there's so much glitter on this page, and now on my finger. Because it does have a habit of transferring. It still stays on the page pretty well. Yeah, but it just transfers over to the next one, but that's fine. We can all use a bit of extra glitter. New North Therapy by Diane Dufour. Okay, then I've got quite a stack. I tell you what, I surprised myself with how many books I coloured in for my first day long live stream. I was very prepared. Some of them, most of them had been based and I was just finishing them off. It was kind of like a Whipping the Whips live stream before I started doing that with Vera. Let me just grab the full stack of books that I coloured in during that stream. Just checking and I've got it all. Yeah. This was all the books, and some of them I did more than one page in. I did 13 pages in one day. Like, what the heck? So yeah, I will go through all of these. So first up was A Million Hugs and Kisses, and this was my first page in this book. Where are you? I know you're on this half of the page. Oh no, you're not, you're here. I did this one, I think. Yeah, I did all the pencil shading and added the metallic watercolours of this. This is my first Jess stream, but I was too nervous to chat. I started to chat when I did my all-day live stream for charity, so here, from this one. Amazing, and thanks for being there, Penny. And chatting since. Yeah, love how this page turned out. That was my first one from A Million Hugs and Kisses. That's by Lulu Mayo. Then I did the first challenge for raising £100 during that stream. This was the 30-minute challenge. So I coloured this entire page, including the highlights, absolutely everything. I didn't do anything after finishing. I think I found a Joanna Stone palette for this. I was scrolling through, I think it's from the Trippy palette section. I'm not going to grab it now, but I used it on my phone back then. So yeah, that was the next one I did. Very, very fun, very chaotic doing these time challenges. I will definitely be doing it again in the future, but oh, there was so much like energy coming out of me that day. It was great. That's Cozy Friends by Coco Vayo. Then we calmed down and came to a very long-term whip in this book. That is the Wild Mouse Yuriri's Journey Sketchbook by Makiko Inotome. And I finished off this page finally. All I needed to do was colour the robin and do the background and all the gold, and that was it. So that was nice and simple. From Wild Mouse Yuriri's Journey Sketch. Then I did a page in 50 Zodiac Theme Miniatures, and it was the Aquarius page, as that was one of the pages for the month, for February. For this section of the book I was inspired by these palettes I found online. I did not really care for this Aquarius one, but it's okay. It's okay. Welcome, Bubble. Oh my gosh, I know your name. You've told me so many times. Bubble. Denise? No, it's not Denise. Oh, what is it? Something beginning with M. Or H. I think I did this last. Dahlia. Oh my gosh. Okay, at least I got the first letter. I don't know where Denise came from. Dahlia. Dahlia Bubble. Bubble Dahlia. And I did this last time as well. I will get it. I promise. For all the other people out there where their channel name is something different to the actual name, I do get there eventually. Yeah, that was the, fourth page I did during the all-day charity live stream for 50 Zodiac Miniatures. Then I did 2 pages in here for the 2 time challenges. First up was my cowboy chicken, and this was to Cluck Cancer, as we had been saying that in the chat during the day-long live. And this was a 20-minute challenge to celebrate £200 raised. And yeah, honestly, there's not much I'd change. The only thing I would do would be go over these spots with a white paint pen to clean them up, because I just did not have the time. But yeah, I even managed some gold glitter gel pen, which I couldn't believe. Yeah, I felt like doing these time challenges, all of the pages I'd coloured up to this point was training for it, especially the white gel pen. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is crazy. So I did that one, and right after it I did this one for the 10-minute challenge. This one turned out really well. I was very nervous about going from 20 to 10 minutes, because 10 is not a lot of minutes. But I did this as the hashtag Piggies for Piggy was being run, to thank Joe for creating this hashtag, well, not hashtag, this event. So I did this one. It turned out pretty well. Just a couple of different pinks, brown for the mud. Love it. Hold it up. All right. Yeah, I did have some bleed over the lines, and that is natural when you're rushing, but I'm really happy with it. Really happy. So cute. So yeah, that was for £300 raised. 50 Farmers Miniatures. Then more time challenges in Sleeping Animals by RJ Hampson. The first one was this Sleeping Tiger, because this was for the 5-minute challenge for £400 raised, and I was like, what? What do I do? And I was flipping through my Camellia books, and I was like, they're all too complicated, I can't do it. And then I think someone suggested Asleep, and I was like, oh, I've got this one, The Colouring Heaven. And yeah, I can't believe how well this one turned out. It's not my best. My best is still to come. Tiny bit of bleed over in a couple of areas. But yeah, even managed the white highlights. I think what made this easy is the fact that I could be messy with the orange, and then when I was going over with the black, it would cover up the orange. I don't know if you can necessarily tell that, but yeah, the black stripes is definitely the messiest part of it. But yeah, that was fun. I feel like with this one of my markers were running out or something, and that was stressful. And then this was the final one I did. This is definitely the best I did in terms of the time challenges. This was for 5 minutes again for £600 raised, which is just crazy. Managed to raise over £1,000 on that stream. I was so happy. Yeah, barely any bleed through on this one. Tiny bit there. Yeah, time challenges back to back. I remember I was just trying to eat a brownie. I was like, I'm going to eat my brownie and then I'll do another one. I was like, stop donating, but also please donate. It was good fun. It was good. And I think I did a couple back to back. I think in between the ones I did in Farmers Miniatures and this one, I did start this next page and then I had to press pause on it and come back to it later. Because I did a page from Matchstick Mouse Winter and it was the tortoise. Yeah, I think it was based. Yeah, I did like half of it before, sort of sandwiched in between all those time challenges because it was a lot. I was like, I just want to eat my brownie and colour my tortoise. But oh, such fun. So much fun. Did that one. And I did one in Pocket Fairy Tales. It's like I remembered all them and then it's all the ones that came at the end. I was like, I did that as well? What did I do in this one? I did Sword in the Stone. I did this one. Eh, he's fine. But that was getting towards the end of the day at that point. That was Pocket Fairy Tales. Then I did one in Capybara Cuties, and it was the Jungle Animals one, wherever they are. Here they are. I decided to use Crayola Colours of the World markers for the capybaras, just because I was starting to run out of browns. Then I think I got the Colours of the World markers, which helped. And then yeah, just did all these animals. They turned out pretty cute. That was a Capybara Cuties. We'll be seeing that again. And then I did A Frog's Tale by R.J. Hampson. And this was right at the end of the evening. I did this one. Yeah, I think I started this during the stream and coloured it all in stream. And it was just alcohol markers in here. I did go over her lips with some pencil because I'd accidentally had some bleed over. Oh my gosh, look at those lips on the bleed behind. They look insane. And so I went over and kind of covered it up with some pencil, which did the trick. Oh, I missed that one. I feel like maybe I took a break from the stream or fell asleep and took a nap, probably, because it was a long day, 24 hours. So that was the penultimate one I did, and then the final one, I came back to 50 Zodiac Miniatures and did the Chibi Dog. Nice, easy one to finish the day. So yeah, 13 pages in one day. Like, what? Yes, all the markers were already pre-picked out for all of these pages, but still, I've not been able to recreate quite this much. I couldn't believe it when I was going back through and I was like writing down the pages and I was like, just keep going. So yeah, move these to the side. Some of these are coming back, so I'm moving them to a different pile. Brewery, Farmers, not that one, and those two. There we go. The rest can go to my huge stack next to me. Okay, next stream, page 48. Secret Invitation. I did finish this page, I think. I did the pencil shading on stream. So yeah, this is project book, going through in order. And I think I've done a few streams. No, I haven't actually. Felt like I had, but I don't think I have. Yeah, it was a good finishing this. I think I had a few different options of whips to finish for the end of the month, and I put them on a poll, and this one won. So yeah, did that one from Secret Invitation by Natsuki. My lips were ridiculous. I felt awful. It was, I don't think I'd let the green fully dry from the frog face to start with, and it just all bled over the lines, and I was like, oh help. But the filler was real. And then here we go, I've got Enchanted Earth by Melpomene Hatsapaniyotu. No, Hatsapaniyotu, I believe is the correct pronunciation. Oh, and I did this one, the title page, which has a buttload of Pentel Dual Hybrid glitter gel pen. I think I used a gold, a blue, a pink, and a silver, and a black. I used so much. Yeah, I was inspired by the colours on the cover. I think, as you can see, mine's just a little bit brighter and a lot more colourful with the glitter gel pen accents, because fun. So yeah, like that one. Enchanted Earth by Melpomene Hatsapaniyotu. Okay, what next? Oh, I missed one. I missed a Fragile World page in between that. So this is why I've got a list to refer to. So we came back to Fragile World, and for February, this was for my birthday actually. I started this page on my birthday and then finished it that Sunday, so I did the B page for February. Love how it turned out. Tombos, polychromos, soft pastel background, and Spectrum Noir clear glitter pen on the wings. So that was cute. And oh, I also did another page in... Where is it gone? Here it is. I've got a separate stack of books that come up again. I think I must have finished that B and then came back to Matchstick Mouse Cookbook, because I did the next one, the apple picking. Or maybe I did it after Enchanted Earth. I don't know when I did it, but because this says I did it on the 6th of March, whereas that was not finished on the 6th, so I'm a bit confused about that, but hey, I did this one. And yeah, based with alcohol markers, shaded with pencils. I based the apples with yellow because I wanted to get that kind of yellow undertone to it. I was quite happy with how they turned out. Hi Jeanette, you're lurking but the children have come to see me. You are all good, thanks for being here. So yeah, those two books, Fragile World and Cookbook. Right, now am I back to where I need to be? I think so, yes. And then I did another page in Dragons du Monde by Diane Dufour, and I did this for March of the Dragons. And it doesn't have a date. Oh no, that's not the one I did, but that also doesn't have a date. I did the Zebra Dragon, and I love this. I really love the bright sky and the natural looking water. I used chroma flows here. It was one of the first pages I did using chroma flows. Yeah, I just love the cheekiness of this page with the zebra dragon, the smug zebra, and the silly little lion. Really cute. That's Dragons du Monde by Diane Dufour. Okay. Then I have something a bit different. I've got a PDF. This is illustrated by the lovely Amy at Amy Ward Art. She illustrated this as part of her initiative for Colouring for Cancer. She did a whole weekend of day-long live streams, and inspired me to do the time challenges actually. But yeah, for these, for this, I based with alcohol markers, shaded with polys, and added so much glitter because it's an Amy page, and it's a requirement to add lots of glitter to pages that she creates. And yeah, I did colour this to look like her, with the blue hair, purple colour for the tail. Just thought it was fitting, as it is inspired by her, this mermaid. Yeah, really cute. Love how it turned out. This is called Leaf Rider and is available for free from Amy. That is Amy Ward Art, her Ko-fi store. I need to put this separate so I don't... Oh, in fact I've got the folder just there. And then I have Catitude by Camilla Dorico. And I did my first page in here, and it was this one, the Carrot Cat. And I coloured this with Neocolor 2 base and chroma flows again. I just got the chroma flows and I was experimenting and enjoying using them. Yeah, I need to come back to this book because that's the only one I've done so far. That is Catitude by Camilla Dorico. Oh. Alright, I'm going to mute you guys just for a minute whilst I blow my nose. There we go, that's better. Right, next I have the Bookmark Bonanza. Oh, sorry, creaky dining room chair. I do have a new chair coming, hopefully tomorrow, because mine broke and I fell. But yeah, I did the Bookmark Bonanza, that was the next live stream. So these were from these 4 different books. In fact, let me put them in the order I coloured them in. There we go. So I started off the day from mini portraits and did this Aristocats one. It had been a whip for over a year. And yeah, the cats themselves were based with alcohol markers, and that was it. So I just shaded them, did the floral background, and that turned out cute. And then I did this one from Petit Poupée, Tinkerbell. I love this one, just how limited it is. We've got some touches of gold. And then I did this one. Could you tell what I was inspired by? I was really pleased with how this turned out. I thought it looked nice and similar to the cover. And I did Olaf, probably my least favourite. I just don't like this background. It looks like a weird kitchen tile. I thought, let's add some interest. Didn't like the interest I added. And then I did Gus Gus. I'm pleased with this one actually, because I was a bit confused as to what this was, and then I determined it was a table leg. And I do like how it turned out. And I did these by Diane Dufour. My mum picked this one out randomly, so I did pink and reds, and my dad had picked this one out. He loves his mushrooms, so this didn't surprise me. And I went for like a pastel autumn palette that I'd used previously, as suggested by someone in chat. Then I did a bunch. I wanted to get, I think I did all of those before dinner, and then this was after dinner. I just wanted to get more done. I felt like I'd not achieved much. I'd done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was hoping to get like 50 done, and I didn't. So I based a load of these and then shaded them one by one. So I did Adult Simba. I think that was one of the characters for the Disney character thing. I did Young Simba as well. Some of these backgrounds were super fiddly. Did Snow White. She turned out quite nice and effective. I like the alternating red and kind of cut into apples. Did Rapunzel, another one of my favourites, but she just is my favourite. I love her. And I did the Jungle Book characters. I was colouring these leaves individually, and then I got confused and annoyed, so I just went, F it, colour it all green. And then the final one of the day, I really wanted to get this one done, so I did it. And this was like, I think at midnight on the day. But yeah, did a purple dragon from the Diane Dufour one. So yeah, lots of different bookmarks from these 4 different bookmark sets. And this month I am hoping to do the Bookmark Bonanza number 2. I do hope people are still here. Chat's gone quiet. That is fine. Right, grabbing my next stack of books, and it is the last stack of books, because I had those sheets on top. I didn't want to risk creasing them or dropping them as I moved it. Right, I need to stand up. Oh my Christ! Someone just skirted past. Screeched with car tyres. What on earth? Ugh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Yeah, this is the biggest stack. I should have put that in 2 separate ones. But hey ho. Right, what is next? Done all the bookmarks. Next is Tiny Year. I'm out of breath. Enjoyed seeing the pages while organising my Joanna Stone colour palettes. Thought because I saw you use them. Lovely stuff, Lindsay. Gotta say, Diane Bookmark's probably my favourite type of art by her. Wish there was a book of Elps, and that's me too, Ada. I love that style. Right, Tiny Year. I did the March page, which is my favourite page so far. I just love the colours of this. Turned out nice and cohesive and bright and fun. Yeah, I have saved the colour palette here. These Chroma Flows, I think, for the shading. So that is Tiny Ear Collection. Then I did another one. What, another one? Classic British meme, from Fragile World, and I did the title page, this little hatchling turtle, which was nice and simple to do. In fact, I did this before. I missed this earlier. The bee should have come before the charity, it doesn't matter, but I did this. This was March. This was the start of March, in fact. But the next page is the axolotls, or are the axolotls. And I love how these turned out. Challenged myself to actually do a watery page and really enjoyed it. All Neo Colour 2 based, polychromos for shading, as is my favourite in this book, and the clear glaze pen on all the bubbles, which I don't know if you'll be able to make out the shininess, but it's there, and it's fun. So that's Fragile World again. Okay, now back on track. I did Boule de Poire by Diane Dufour. This was such a chatty stream from April. I remember sitting down and thinking, this is going to take me like an hour. And it would take me an hour if I was just colouring it myself. But it was so chatty. It was like insanely chatty. And I managed to just about finish this. In fact, I think I did some touch-ups after and did the gold the next day because I was like, I need to go to bed. It was such a good stream. I remember really, really enjoying that one. That is Diane Dufour, Boule de Poire. And then, what's next? Oh, next I did one in Kawaii Tarot. I did the Ten of Swords. I'm not going to lie, not one of my favourite pages I've done in this book, but it's done and helped me get a step closer to finishing this book, which I am doing very well at. So, Kawaii Tarot by Lulu Mayo. And then I did the first Whipping the Whips live stream with Vera. I just need to take another drink. The voice do be hurting, but it's fine. Then I did Die Welt unter der Lupe Zealandais. This is part of the Whipping the Whips live stream. I had done all the pencil shading for this. I just wanted to add lots of gold. So I did all these gold dots in the background and some gold detailing on the bird's wings, and that was it. Nice easy one to start off with. I think I hadn't done the background either. I think I did the background on stream, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Die Welt unter der Lupe Zealandais by Rita Berman. Then I also did 50 Zodiac themed miniatures. This has featured in quite a few of the Whipping the Whips live streams. And it was the first of the Chibi Zodiacs. Where are they? Here we go, to Chibi Aries. She looks very strong with her blush, but hey, it works. I tried. And I think this was when I'd got, yeah, the Language Shiny Star gel pens, so I started using them in this book. But yeah, for this I'm just going by their power colours. So I did that one from 50 Zodiac Miniatures. Another book that features a lot in the Whipping the Whips lives is Capybara Cuties. And what was it that I did? The baking one. It's near the front, I know. Here it is. And for the first time I did dark coloured capybaras and I loved it. This page looks so tasty to me. I was inspired by a palette I found on Pinterest and the idea of Black Forest Gatos, which I do love. We talked about how much I loved it in the stream. So yeah, that was another one in Capybara Cuties. And then I did one in Fairy Tales again, and it was the Aladdin page. I like how he turned out. Pretty cute and something a bit different in terms of colour scheme for this book. This is looking very blue on camera, but it is purple. My camera hates purples. It's definitely more like a red tone purple, but it just looks blue. That's fine. That's fairy tales. And then I did another working on a whip. This wasn't the Whip in the Whips live stream though. I'm gonna have to watch this again. There's so much. This is now what, page number 76, and we've still got several more to go. So I had this started. I think I'd done this section of the leaves, and so I thought let's do it on live and get a bit more done. And it was very helpful doing it on live and helping encourage me to keep going because it's quite a repetitive page. But yeah, glad to see that one finished and having the double page spread done. Coloured 2 years apart, no, 3 years apart, flipping out. Yeah, my colouring style has improved in terms of like richness and vibrancy of colours. That is the Wildmaster Yuri's Journey sketchbook. Okay, what was next? Next was Sirens du Monde by Diane Dufour. And I did, not that one, this one. The kind of spring blossom mermaid page, and I love this one. Really happy with that. Yeah, I did this as a alcohol marker background and it's quite patchy, but I sort of let it work in my favour, a kind of wispy sky. But I'm really pleased with how the under the water elements worked on that one. So I could take note of all the books. It's a lot of books. I can send you the list if you want. That is Sirens du Monde by Diane Dufour. And then we go back to Fragile World by Kirby Rosanes. And for May's page it was The Hippo. Really happy with that. I'm really happy with all the pages I've done in this book. Maybe not the title page. That was fine. But yeah, I did Neocolour 2 for the sky. I think that was like 3 or 4 layers. And yeah, I really like the colour of the hippo. It looks very, very good. I'd love the list. It's a chaotic list, but I can give you the list if you want. It's also kind of in note form. It's not very descriptive. But if you have any questions, I can answer. But yeah, that was the next one I did from Fragile World by Kirby Rosanes. Then I did one in Mythic World, and this was a long-term whip that I finally finished off, and it was this one of Iara, and she has lots of shiny metallic details on her. I think in the stream I did all the flowers and her tail, and then I did all the finishing details off stream, like the metallic stuff. I think I did the background as well. I think that was Inktense. But yeah, it's great to get that one finished from Mythic World. Almost there. I mean, yeah, this is the stack of books. It's still pretty tall, but we're almost there. This is number 80, Tiny Worlds, and I coloured this for a very special day, and it was World Bee Day, and that is Bee Day, not B-Day Day. So yeah, did this one, Grand Hall of the Hive. Live, the stream chat was very helpful for helping me determine what the heck was going on with this background. But yeah, I like the limited palette of it. It is quite brown, but I like how the pinks pop. We've got some metallic watercolour on the wings. Pretty pretty. That's Tiny Worlds by Matt Edwards. And then I have Sorcière et Créature Féerique, and I did this one of the birdcage. I had no plan of this when I started, other than I wanted a copper cage, so I started with that, really liked it. Then I started looking through my Practical Colour Combos book for a palette that kind of fit, and I hated everything. And I thought, I'm just going to wing it. So I was like, let's do some nice rich green leaves. These look like sunflowers, let's colour them like sunflowers. Let's colour these a nice bright dark pink. And then blue will make her pop, so yeah. That was a good one on stream, and I like how it turned out. That's Sorcière et Créature Féerique by Helene Kanak. Okay, then I have, in fact, let me get this stack ready. It involves some other books that I've already shared. That goes after this one. Oh, sorry, I hit you. Whiplash. Right, here we go. The Camellia Angel Cova Day, where I coloured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books and 11 pages. So yeah, we'll go through these relatively quickly. Started off with 26 letter miniatures, and I did the iguana. Probably one of my least favourites from the day, but it's done. It reminds me of the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo. So 26 letter based miniatures. And I did one in 50 farmers miniatures. I did use a prompt wheel to help me jump around these books. I think the prompt was mouse. So I did this one of the mice on the horseshoe swing with the chilies. Very cute. And then I did 50 vacation miniatures. And for this one I did the title page. My initial goal was to do every book and also colour either the title or book belongs to page in every book. I just managed to get to every book once. I enjoyed doing some blending with my glitter gel pens there. It turned out quite nice. Nice bright colour scheme. And then I did 50 dessert theme miniatures. And it was, oh, the one right at the back. The jelly fish. And I really like this one. Turned out nice and effective, just all pinks. And looks nice and jelly-ish. And then I did 50 safari miniatures. Oh, sorry, that made me jump. It's the stickiness of the washi tape there. Because it's got foiling on it, it's can stick. I did these tortoises. I'm kind of frustrated with how I coloured them. I think I should have committed to the different colours. Made this one blue, that one pink, that one green, that one dark pink. But yeah. But hey, you win some, you lose some. 50 safari miniatures. Ooh, almost knocked my books. Then I did 50 zodiac miniatures. What did I do in this book? I need to double check. Where's my list gone? Zodiac, I did the ox. Here it is. I like him. He turned out nice and poppy off the page. So that's 50 zodiac theme miniatures. Then at 50 spellbound woodland scenes, I did the book belongs to page here. I like the pops of blue on that one. Gold signo for the letters. And then 50 woodland miniatures. I did one of my favourite pages in this book because I think the prompt was bunny. Where are you, bunny? No, it was it that one? Was it that one? What was it? Here it was. Because there's another one in here with a bunny that I really love as well. Yeah, I'd already done that one and I did this one and I love it. Very cute. With the bunny and the bee. Super cute. 50 woodland. Then 30 spellbound. I did the whale cloud page, and in this book I'm using the Pastel Reverie colour palette book from Joanna Stone, and I thought this kind of teal, blue and purple colour scheme was fun. Something a bit different, doing those teal coloured clouds. Almost the end of the day. We did 50 dragon theme miniatures, and the prompt was dessert, and I did this one of the dragon with the ice cream, kind of mint choc chip inspired. Very cute. I mean, they all are. It's Camellia Angel Cova. And the final one I did was back in vacation miniatures because I had this planned as a buddy and I was like, I want to do it. I want to do it on the live. So I did this frog. Nice and easy to end the day. There we go. All of the Camellia Angel Cova pages I did during that day. Oh my gosh, you can actually see the top of the stack now. And I can move it under the camera. We are getting there. Okay, next one. I am going to need Zodiac again. So I'll just grab that. Next one, what was it? Oh, it was a Whipping the Whips live stream. So I did Matchstick Mouse Spring, and I did the cow page. Nice and cute. I think I'd already based this and just did the pencil shading. So I finished that off. It's from Matchstick Mouse Spring. And then I did A Million Mermaids, like page for mermaid. And I'd done all the colouring. I just needed to add the gold, so that's what I did. I did all the gold. Very nice. To match the cover, as the cover has lots of gold. Is the gold artistry paint pen there. Probably going to borrow that pink and mint combo for something. Hope that's okay. You go ahead. Absolutely, 100%. So that's my Million Mermaids by Lulu Mayo. Then I did Matchstick Mouse Floral, and I did this daisy page. I kind of went out there and did a rainbow background, which turned out quite nice. Especially the fact that I just used pencils and it was an Amazon print book. It was kind of daring of me, but I really like how it turned out. Matchstick Mouse Floral. Then I did 2 pages in Capybara Cuties. I did the teacups one. I was inspired by the Mad Tea Party ride at Disney for the colour scheme for that one. And then I also did this one, the diving one. I think for both of those I'd already coloured the capybaras, it was just the details. And later on for both of those pages I added the Kimi Art Langro metallic paint pens, and I also added glaze on the goggles and the bubbles. So yeah, Capybara Cuties. What's next? Next is Un Année de Coloriage. I had been working on this page for ages with Dana, and I thought let's do a good chunk in my live stream. I can't even remember what I did. I know I did the bookcase and debated for ages on what colours to do it. I think I shaded the Beast and Gaston, and I think I did some of these flowers. I think I did that one and that one. Showed you how I coloured gold. Oh, you can't see the other one. And I think I'd done the border. I just had a few little details to do after I finished the stream, so I did a lot of the colouring on stream for this, which was good motivation for me. Ooh, I have this book. Yeah, it doesn't like pencils very much, but if you base with something like Crayola Super Tips, they shade over top much better. That's Un Année de Coloriage. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm still stacking books next to me and it hasn't fallen yet. I'm going to jinx it now. Next I've got Spirit Animals, and I did this page. I'm trying to remember, did I do all the shading? I think I'd shaded her hair and skin on this one. Or maybe I can't remember, but I based it with Neo's. I did some shading on stream, and then I splattered the hell out of it with gold ink. It did these really large splotches, and I thought, well, it did one really large splotch, and I thought I need to spread that out over the rest of the page. I think at some point, yeah, I got like, I tried to wipe away the gold and it didn't work. But yeah, this has got the gold Winsor & Newton ink. I thought I wanted more splats than I would get with the Prism Mist, which I was debating. That's Spirit Animals by Hannah Carlson. Okay, what's next? I've got a Matchstick Mouse cookbook. This wasn't that long ago at all now. Oh, the camera has at some point adjusted itself. It's probably when I knocked it. Oh, there we go, that's better. Matchstick Mouse cookbook. This is for the group that I run. Did the strawberry page. That was just last month. Really like how that turned out. Nice and pink. You know I love my pink skies. So Matchstick Mouse cookbook. Then I came back to Nooner Therapy again. There we go. And what was the one I did? Oh yeah, it was the fruit one. Loved colouring this. It was a lot of fun. I just love colouring fruits. Where are you? There you are. So I did this one. Yeah, coloured the whole page in one stream pretty much, and really enjoyed taking my time with each fruit individually. Nice variation of colours. So that's Nooner Therapy by Diane Dufour. Then I did my Lulu Mayo Day. So I managed to colour 5 pages in 5 different books that had previously not been coloured in much. Dragons was untouched. These 3 only had 1 page done in it, and this had 1 page plus the book belongs to page. No, it's not a book belongs to page, it's a publisher info page. I used a randomizer to help me decide what books for this one. What is going on with my laptop? There we go. Capybara Cuties, it's a great book. And the first one I did was this one. I really like this. It's simple but effective, and I love all the gold outlining. And that was with the Kimi Art metallic not paint pens, gel pens. They are super shiny. So that was the first one I did. And I did A Million Kittens. And this was the first proper page I'd done in this book, 'cause the only one I'd done beforehand was the title page. And I did this one. My least favourite from the day, but I still do like it. I just think I could have done better, if you know what I mean. Yeah, did that one from A Million Kittens. I think this one took me the longest. I think it took me like 4 hours or 3 hours. It took a long time. But it was this page. I think this is my favourite from that day. I just love the limited colour palette. Someone the other day in my video said that these look like banana dolphins, and I was like, love it. Totally unintentional, but I love it. Yeah, I like the limited yellow, green and orange colour palette there. Something I don't use that often in terms of colours. Nice and striking. A Million Puppies. I also love this one as well though. My little lesbian lover flamingos. With the Kimi Art gel pens again for the sun and in the water. And yeah, and just nice and bright and vibrant. And this was when I started to get a bit silly in the live because I'd been streaming so long. I mean, they were normal flamingos, and then I added rainbow colours to the feathers, and I was like, well, they're gay now. It just changed their whole personality, and I loved it. So hugs and kisses. And then finally, I was like, I need to colour a page of Million Dragons. It's the only one I have untouched, and I think I did this in an hour and a bit, right towards the end. I used a Joanna Stone palette to help me out. I already had it pre-picked out, so I knew it wouldn't take me long. Quite dark, but you can see the colour difference. If I hold it up, it looks less contrasty on camera than it does in real life. Again, my camera hates purples. This definitely looks more purple than blue on camera. Yeah, very cute. So those were the Lulu Mayo live. Lulu Mayo live stream day. Okay, what is next? Fragile World. Final time we're returning to this book. Fragile World. I mean, not forever, but for this video. And that is not the bee, showed the bee, it's the butterfly. So I did that in June. And I also did it for Jazzy Doodle Designs collab video and submitted that page. It's got lots of the Spectrum Noir clear glitter pen over the wings. Very pretty. That's Fragile World. And then I did my first page in Witches and Familiars by Yusiku, and it was this strawberry page. I kind of messed up her skin. It looks okay on camera, but in real life it's a bit meh. It's not terrible, but I just could have done a lot better. What pencils do I like in Lulu? What did I use during that day? I like Black Widows. Artex are good, Prismas are good. I like softer pencils, I think, in Lulu Mayo books. I'm not that fussy with it though. I know some people struggle with it, but I like basing with Tombos and then shading over the top with pencils. I'm trying to remember for some of them and I can't. I'm really struggling to remember. But all those details are on that live. That's Witches and Familiars by Yusiku. What was next? Next was the Whipping the Whips live stream for June. And oh, we're almost at the end, guys. Oh, did I? I don't think I coloured in those two books again, so these need to go in the pile. That is fine. Do I have a Fairy Tales one that I've missed? I hope not. There's two books next to me that I hadn't included. So yeah, Whipping the Whips. This was a bit of a different one where I didn't necessarily focus on finishing pages, just doing some more work. I did Romantic Country 2. I did just this little bit over here. I did this roof, that roof, and I think this roof. I did barely anything on this page. It took me a while to colour those elements. Yeah, I have since finished it, as it was for my Romantic Country Second Tale collab. I love how it turned out. Really like the cobblestone streets especially. Turned out nice and effective. But for Romantic Country the Second Tale, this stack is genuinely almost at the top of my desk. I'm scared. Then I did Capybara Cuties, classic for whipping the whips for me. I did the Summer Fun page. Nice bright colour scheme there. Kimmy Art Metallics to outline some of the elements. And then I did Green Ivy. I haven't worked on this since, but I went over the jars again. In fact, I think I need to go over them again because I'm still not quite happy with them. And I also did all the chickens, which is cute. Still making my way through that one. Green Ivy. I did Alice and Dinah. I did the washi tape for this one. Did I already base it? Yeah. I think everything else has been done. I just did the washi tape, which did take quite a while, but it turned out really nice. And then a few days later I did the characters to finish off, and the background. That was fun. And then finally for that day, back to my stack. Finally for that day, I did Mythographic Menagerie. I'm still struggling with this page and I haven't finished it. I did this bit down here, I did the background, and that was it. And then I was like, well, there we go, we're done for the day now. I will come back to this, I just got very stuck. And I'm still not sure exactly how to colour the rest, but I'll get there when I get there. So that was Mythographic Menagerie. And last, but certainly not least, Menagerie, you stay on that pile, please. I have Minor Ice Dutch Africa. And this was the one I was colouring on Friday. And it was the leopard. And this is what I will continue the rest of this stream colouring. Because we did it! That is everything I've coloured. Those are all 114 pages in 78 different books over 103 live streams. What? I'm going to take a picture with my tablet so then I can share it with you of how tall this stack is next to me. I am afraid. I kind of don't want to move. I don't want to leave the room. I also don't want to put it away. Oh, I think I need to stand up to take a better picture. Photo. Oh my god. You're seeing some of the mess of my room. Yeah, it's up to mid-thigh height. But here we go. You can see that's the top of my desk here. That's how tall the stack is. It looks so precarious. It's like, ooh. It is scary. I'm going to see if I can measure it. I've got a long ruler here. This is what? 16 inches. This will be a rough. It's about it's about 25 inches tall. Which, what's that in centimetres? Oh, I can use the same ruler. It's about 25 inches, or roughly 42 centimetres tall, this stack. Which, oh my gosh, I've been here for an hour and 3/4 going through all of that. With that giant stack. In fact, there's one book that's not on it. This book isn't on it, so it's probably a little bit taller than that. Oh, right, I need a drink. A stiff one. And I'm not looking forward to putting those away. Oh, I need to just take that in. Because that was a lot. Let me know, what was your favourite? Can you give me a favourite from that? You're all good, Kimberlyn. Hello, Vera. Welcome, welcome. You have just come in as I shared over 100 pages. I feel a bit delirious now. That was like the most epic sharing of completed pages ever. I'm kind of tempted to put them all back with you because I don't want to do it by myself later because it was really boring. So let me know, favourite pages. Feel free to scrub back on the live stream and then come back to the live point and let me know some of your faves. But yeah, I'm going to have a stack for things that I'm going to be working on this month. I'm going to be putting these away whilst I continue chatting along with you. Alright, that's a whip. And hope and pray that it doesn't topple over, because that would make me extremely sad. Fragile World pages. Yeah, I do. I'm really pleased with all of those. And I was really glad to have that as the focus book for the first half of the year. It's exciting to think about the next one. But, yeah, I'm going to be sad. I doubled the amount of pages I've done in here because let me just go back through. I think I'd done 8 before I had this as my focus. I'd done 1 there. I did those this year. I did 2, the koala. And 3, 4, this leopard. And 5, the frogs, oh, and 6, 7. So I'd done 7 pages before I made it a project book, and now I have 8 more done, which is great. I mean, there's still so many pages in here I haven't done. But yeah, I won't make it completely disappear from lives, but it's not going to be every single month anymore. Oh, I'm going to put my little books all together because they're on the bottommost shelf, and that's annoying to place into. Yeah, I'm good at getting these all back on the shelf before the end of stream. Otherwise, I will put it off, and it won't get done for a while. I'll stack Amazon ones there. That's a little one. There's a more Amazon. Oh, I need the letters one. Where's letters? There's letters. I need you. The one from the 10th anniversary of Kirby Rosanis. Oh, yeah, love that too. Yeah, there's a special page as well to celebrate 10 years of Kirby. Oh, come on, there we go. Mythic World. So Ren's Demon can go there. Wild Mousey Ruri. It's a good job I know where all these books go and I have a good system sorted. Otherwise I'd be doing this for hours. Tiny Year can go over there because there's a whip in it. Catitude can go back there. There. Oh, I need to colour that one this month. 5 minutes put away, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, that needs to go there. Back to one to last on here. There we go. Whew. This is hot business. Some Amazon goes here. Actually, almost there. It's not going to take me too long. One I'm going to use. Oh no, I've already coloured in that one this month. That's Mystic Animals. That can go on the shelf. Mythic World one was great. Yeah, love that one too. I mean, for like any pages you say you like, I'm like, yeah, me too. What I think amazes me the most, that's about 2 months of colouring for you in terms of sheer numbers. Yeah, just over 2 months, because what was it, 114, 113? 114. So yeah, divide that by 2 is, oh, I can't think. 120 would be 60. So what, 52? No, 57. 50, yeah, that is about 2 months ago. That is crazy. I mean, we've all known I'm quite crazy for a while now, haven't we? I do apologise about the sound quality because I'm looking away, but I'm just chatting away. That goes there. Alright, where's my Christmas one? There it is. Ah. It also doesn't help that it's very hot. Whew. Right, down to the last few here, and that's a whip. Let's see. Dragon spell. Oh, you deleted that. Noko goes there, and Lulu. Whew. Just need to put away the small books on the bottom shelf. Vaguely in order there. There we go. Let's go up front. Oh, these camellias can go in whatever order, I don't care. Almost there. 3 more books. And I'm done. Right. Whew. Stay hydrated. Have a drink. I finished my squash, so I'm on the water now. That tired me out more than I care to admit. 1, it's hot. 2, there's a lot of books. But yay, I've got a floor again. I don't have to worry about knocking it over when I leave the room. Whew. Right. This page. But yeah, thank you everyone who has been to this stream and any streams in the past, anyone rewatching this. Thank you for being here, I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just grabbing a inspo photo that I saved for this. Here it is, just so I know how to colour the leopard. Off stream yesterday, I did go over the grass, the background, the tree, and the sunset sky. I added a bit more orange to it. I think I added some of the sunset pencil. I don't know where my little swatch sheet has gone, but it's disappeared. I shared it in the last one. But hey, if you stream and you think, oh, maybe I'll do one of these videos, that was a lot of work. But hey, what's life without a bit of work? Right, I can zoom in a bit more now. Here's my gorgeous leopard, and if Chris is still here, bring this back. Here we go, with the medium book, as I am back to this page. And I anticipate this won't take too much longer for the rest of it. Hi Kate, welcome. You have missed me going through all of the pages and books I've coloured in the last year, but you're here for the good stuff, which is the colouring. Well, I suppose it depends how you view it, what's good to you. Oh, is this it? I found it. I saw something peeking out. Oh, could never colour all those pages in 2 months. Yeah, I think you're not alone there. I think I'm the one that's alone. Right. Do a bit of a yellow one is pull there. There we go. Hiya Sue, welcome. Page's looking great, thank you very much. I haven't done any colouring so far. This is the first I'm going to be starting in, well, not in total, but on this particular stream. So let me just get the particular pencils, Mango Gold and good old Stink Bug, which does need sharpening. There we go. And I think I might use some of the browns for its nose and like the ears. Other than that, oh, and a bit of milk. A little bit of milk, the pencil, just to kind of shade some of the white areas. In fact, I'm going to start with the white areas, just so I know where they're going to be. But yeah, going through that massive stack and list and all the areas, not all the areas, all of the lives that I've done over the past year made me reflect about my lives and what I've enjoyed, what I didn't as much. I mean, I've enjoyed them all, apart from the whimsical anime witchy one, which we won't talk about that one. But the rest, on the whole, I do really enjoy, or did really enjoy doing. But it's made me think that for next year, I really love the satisfaction of 6 months focusing on a specific book. I feel less of that same satisfaction thinking about it in terms of the focus artist, so I think for next year I won't do that. Although I am feeling very excited to work in Rita Berman's books. I think maybe because there's only 3 I'm working in, the 3 travel ones, it might be a bit more satisfying. Each book will have 2 completed pages in. Whereas with Dying to 4, I had a couple which had 2, but then the rest were just 1. It felt less satisfying. And I do miss the, not spontaneity, but yeah, kind of in a way, the kind of, what do I feel like colouring this stream? Let's have a look at my plans and pick something from there. I miss that. Because at the moment I'm only able to do like 1 or 2 extra pages once I've finished my focus ones. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be doing them if I didn't enjoy them. But I think for next year I will just stick to 1 focus book for 6 months. And I will do that voting in 1 session, rather than doing it 2 at a time. Because there may be books that get released in the first half of next year that I want to focus in for the second half. Sort of thing, and your taste change slightly. Do you have stink bugs in England? No, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. I've never heard of it really. I think the first time I heard of stink bug was Animal Crossing. A lot of my bug knowledge comes from that. Anytime I'm about to have a productive month, some bullshit happens and I barely get anything done. Ugh. Oh, Adele, sometimes that is how life goes, and it is sad. Hello Lucy, welcome. They are real too. I did know they were real, yeah. Because I think all the bugs in Animal Crossing are real. But yeah, that was kind of like the first introduction to it. Glad I caught you live. Woke up super late and the first thing I thought was, I missed Jess's live stream. Lucy, you missed the excitement of me sharing every single page I've coloured over the last year on live streams. And that's all I've been doing up until about 15 minutes ago. It took me 1 3/4 hours. Just like fireflies, and you don't want them. Yeah, I imagine stink bugs are a bit stinky. They're smelly. Yeah, the bugs that we have aren't particularly interesting, I'll say. Ooh, I want to add a yellow glow. Oh, I should have done it on his head. Done it? Yeah, should have done it on his head too. Let's grab yellow sand, need to sharpen it. Come on. There we go, nice yellow glow on this leopard. I'd love to hear from you guys. Do you like seeing the same books each month? Like, did you enjoy seeing all the Fragile World pages? Or do you wish I changed it up a bit more? I am up for feedback. At the end of the day, I will do what I want. It's my stream. If you don't want to be there, bye-bye. But I am open to feedback, and what you prefer, let me know. Lucky, my grandma had raspberry bushes and sometimes there are stink bugs in them. Accidentally grabbed one and congrats, you have stinky hands for days. Oh, we do have them? Yes. Because, well, I don't know of them. But there's a lot of things I don't know. I'm not a bug specialist. Colouring Bumble live on December 31st. All the pages I coloured in 2026, and if you start at 9 AM, maybe we'll make it before midnight. Oh my gosh. That would be horrendous. Because if I grab my journal, invasive species, if I grab my journal and the amount of pages I've coloured so far this year, it's 384, and that was just 114. I'm not doing that. No. Gosh. And if you think, all of my completed pages videos are an hour and a half, close to 2 hours at the moment. Oh my gosh. Ugh. The thought of that just makes me want to collapse. Indigenous to Asia, I think. Okay, change my craft route so I can chat. Lovely stuff here. Apparently I'm thinking about different stink bugs. I mean, I feel like there are other bugs that are probably stinky. Not exclusive to stink bugs, but I don't know. I know nothing. Adele, is yours the brown marmorated stink bug? That's the one I'm referring to. Call me crazy, but I'd watch that. Thanks, Claudia, but I don't think I'd make it. You may want to watch it, but I don't want to make it. Well, 114 pages took 1 hour and 45. So let's say 100 pages per hour and a half. So, how many pages did I complete last year? Because I'm on a larger trajectory this year. this journal. 558 last year. I reckon it's going to be more like 700. Yeah, if I'm at 384 now, 700 times 90 minutes. And that was me being quick. I felt like I was just flying through pages. Oh, no, not 900. Just 700 times 90. Brazilian stink bugs are green. Oh. Not by 900 shower tray. What are you on about? What? No, not 700 times 90. That would be 7 times 90. I was like, that works out to 63,000 minutes. I did my maths wrong. Because it's 100 per 90 minutes. So 7 times 90 is 630 minutes. In hours, 630 minutes is 10.5 hours. That would take me, if I start at 9, that would get me to midnight. I would be so burnt out by the end of that. It'd be crazy. I'd be like, I never want to see a page again. That's it. That's me done. Bye bye, everybody. Getting Will of Doom will go out and in again. Hopefully everyone else is okay. Apparently the one I'm thinking about is called a green shield bug. Just a different type of stinky bug. Okay. Let's grab, what's this one? Saddle? No, not saddle. Oh, I was using the too dark of a shade there. Whoops. Oh well. Stink bug. Stinky bugs. Tell you what, stink bug is a very good leopard colour. Stink bug is kind of a generic name for two whole families of bugs. Right. I'm withdrawing from this idea. And how would you ruin that? Yeah. Because, like, to go quickly through the books, you'd need the stacks of books. I would not be picking out the books per order. I would just be like, right, I did all of these in this one book. Which would probably make it go a bit quicker if because I have a lot of project books. Like, start off the day with project books. But it's just making that list sounds horrific, in my opinion. And how many stacks? I mean, I could, but no, Adriana. I don't want to. Imagine I said that to my mum. I'm showing every single page I coloured this year. It's 700, and she'd be like, right, who's watching that? And I'm like, about 3 people. I mean, I don't know if I'd even want to do this again next year. Maybe. I don't know, though. We'll see. It's a whole year away. It would, but there's not a lot of point to it. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It would be an epic live stream. It's like, here's book number 17. 3 hours later, here's book number 246. Another 2 hours later, here's book number 683. I am so done. Bet you can come up with another idea for the second year. Yeah, and I may just forget the date as well. I didn't realise the date was coming until it was literally here. I was scheduling the Friday stream. I was like, when was it? Oh, it's tomorrow. That's the 1 year mark. That's exciting. So I was like, quick, what can I do to make it special? because I already knew I wanted to colour in this page and I didn't want to not do that. So it had to be something special that I could do whilst colouring this. I thought, do a Q&A. And I really enjoyed that live stream. It was a nice chatty one. The conversation flow was really good. You asked some very fun questions. Got me thinking. I know. Oh no. What now? I'm just waiting for this idea from Kimberlyn. What's she come up with? It was funny. You told me and I was like, celebration, and off you went. I did. I was like, right, what can I do? Ooh, idea. Ooh, another idea. Hiya Anne, sorry I'm late, but I've been at my sister's. No worries at all. Thanks for joining. If you are interested in seeing all the pages that I've ever coloured on live stream, I recommend you checking out the replay. Because I spent almost 2 hours on it. Okay, this leopard is looking good, and I'm kind of shocked at myself. But it actually looks like a leopard. I think it needs to be a quiz party environment about Jess's streams, Joe and Mr. Penn style. That would be fun. I feel like Joe was so good at coming up with questions, and it was a really good level of difficulty. And I say this from someone that, when I know about something I'm interested in, I know everything about it. There was somewhere I was like, nope, not a clue. Oh, you watched some of it on silent? Thanks, Anne. How many days would it take if you tried to show every coloured page in every book you have? Well, Adele, I've done that in my complete colouring book collection. So however many hours that is there you go. And I'm going to do that every year. So however many combine out. In fact, I can find that out because I've got a playlist. And I think the playlists tell you how long it is, like rounded up to the nearest hour. 2026 colouring book collection. It does not tell me. But it's roughly, what's that? 3 hours, 4 hours, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5. 8.5, about 9.5 hours I think it is, from my quick maths. To show every book in my collection, and I also go through and focus in on the completed pages I've done. Way too many for a live, definitely. Definitely. Oh yeah, that wasn't even all the pages I've coloured on live, because I also had my members only, but I didn't include that. So that was 9 extra pages I've done on live stream. But it didn't seem right sharing that for this, because this is everyone. Amazing accomplishment, I know. It's crazy. Right, what do I want? I want to grab saddle. Well, I'm almost finished with this. I thought this would take me a bit longer than it actually has. I mean, I still have the white paint pen to do. That means I could do something else. I may grab Matchstick Mouse Cookbook and at least start with the basing. As after all, that book is the I've got extra time in a live stream book. Let's colour in here. There we go. I like him. He's cute. So I keep coming back over, layering with the pencils. Playing some more stink bug now. Hello Marcy, welcome. Thanks for being here. Page hopping, oh my gosh, yes. I was going to show you this at the end, but I just got so overwhelmed. I've done page hopping books, so yeah, I've done several pages in here. I mean, stream highlight was this page, and how it started off with the prompt teacup, and then I did vine, and then I did, I think, pointy leaf or rounded flower, hanging flower, and then I did like rounded leaf, and then I was like, come on, snail. Every time it was like, come on, snail, 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 and snail never came, but I did manage to finish it. I did get there in the end, and I'm very happy with it. But yeah, finished that one. I can't remember if I finished it on a live or not. Oh, you're getting a sneak peek at a page I did recently, but yeah, lots of this I've coloured on live stream. Some of it I have done in my own time, or whilst watching other people's page hopping live streams. Finished the dogs, did that on the live. When are you going to start Tiny Year page hopping? Not sure, but soon, hopefully. This month, I'm hoping. I just need to fully come up with the idea of what I want to do. And tomorrow is another special day for me, because if I complete a page tomorrow, that will be day 200 of my colouring streak. Which again is crazy. And I'm going to be page hopping in small victories, and I'm hoping that whilst page hopping I'll be able to finish something off. I don't know what yet, but there's quite a few that are close. Like this only has 2, that's only got that 1 left, this is 3, but that could go for a bunch of different prompts there. I mean, there's not too many that are that close. Oh, this one's really close there. Could do that one. I know it is wild, isn't it? Probably not that one. But hey, if I get on a roll with lots of different prompts that this goes for, it could be. And I'm going to try and not cheat and just pick a page based on what I want to do. I mean, if I get duck or anything leafy that involves that, that would be perfect. Water, that could finish that one off. I could even get like bird or mushroom or something and just finish that. Oh, I've got 1 shelf left on here, and this is a bunch of different things. I've got a flag, shelf, heart, star, not sure if anything, bird. Don't know if anything else would go for it, but yeah, quite a few. Anything else that's close? Not particularly. That one's not too far off. We've got 2. Just tag the easy finishes and look at them first. Yes, I will be very aware of the ones that will be easy to finish and keep checking back at those. Oh, this one only has 2 as well. That would be not too difficult. Yeah, and make sure that my wheel has all of the like leaf and flower prompts active in it. So I also did small victories. So I've coloured more than 114 pages because we got some in there. And then Inklings, all of this has been on live stream so far, and it will continue to all be on live stream. I think the only difference might be, say, I want to smooth something out off camera. I think I need to smooth that whale shark out soon. Is the stream train happening tomorrow? Zoe and Steve at the station? I'm not sure, I haven't heard anything. I think so, but yeah, I will be there. The Bumblebee station will be running, or the service will be running through that station. Yeah, I've done started a fair few now in here. Done 4 episodes of it. And liking the progress I've been making. So yeah, also done those books over the last year. What was I doing? Smoothing. Smoothing with Stinkbug. Right, what's the time? 5:20, so I've got just over an hour or so left to go. No Yolanda stream tonight, but we've got quite a good stream train establishing for Sundays now, because Helen did her first live stream today. She did an amazing job, and then it's Adri, and then I start an hour later, and then there's a bit of a gap between when mine finishes and Yolanda's, like about half an hour-ish. But yeah, it's nice. I mean, no Yolanda tonight, but yeah, a good little stream train that was unplanned and just happened. You are welcome. You were an absolute natural, you really were. I don't think I can physically do many more layers of this now. Right, done. White paint pen. Have a drink. Thank you, Ada. Yeah, I did have a inspo picture that I found on Pinterest. I think it is an AI image, but it's just for inspo. Just for like the colours of it. Sorry for the lines. And you also had that yellow glow, which is what inspired me for the background. But yeah, I'm going to start with these weird lines in the background. Oh, is this the... Yeah, no, not that white paint pen. Got one which is good, one which is annoying. Missed it, I fell asleep. Well, it's done, this page at least. There we go. Let's hope this one's better. Or maybe it was the other one that's good. Thank you, I really enjoyed it. She's got the bug. She's got the streaming bug, everyone. It is addictive. Sometimes you do have to like pump this off to the side on a scrap bit of paper to get a good flow, and it is harder to get a good smooth white line when it's on top of waxy pencil, but it is pretty good, this paint pen. I mean, I haven't wanted to find anything else since starting to use it. Sometimes you get a dodgy one that doesn't want to be smooth. Okay. So these lines are quite harsh as well, and I'm just kind of softening them out as I go over them. And by harsh I mean quite angular. Hello, Macaroni Magpie. Welcome. Oh, they are streaming tomorrow. That is good to hear. Macaroni Magpie, what do you prefer to be called? Let us know. Or let me know. You may have already let other people know. Thank you for being here. I think you have been in one of my streams before, but I don't remember if I asked you your name. Or if I did, I've forgotten it. Morning, Nisha. Welcome. Just interacting is so fun. It definitely is. Everyone's exhausted from staying in Annika's stream all night. I think those are just meant to represent stuff far away. Mac is good. Thank you, Mac, and welcome in. That will be nice and easy to remember. Alright, I'll go over these again. You can still see some of the black showing through. Someone in the stream from Friday was like, it's wind. And I was like, yeah, I'm going for wind lines. Kind of like whoosh. Whooshy wind. I mean, this bit here looks like a cloud. Hiya Jen, welcome. Streams are like less stressful socialising, literally. And I feel like there's such low pressure, like, if you just need to leave, if it all gets too much for you, you can just leave. No one's gonna think less of you or judge you for just leaving, like you would in a real social situation. You'd be like, where do they go? Why are they going? You don't need a reason, you can just say, I'm off, bye bye. And I'll say bye, take care, thanks for being here. Like, and you can just quietly leave. You can fall asleep mid-socialisation. You can't do that in many other situations, eh? I feel so restless. Already had a shower, ate and took a nap. What else is wrong? Honestly, just one of them days, eh, Vera? Highlights to these leaves. Fell asleep during Joe's pub quiz, it was so late, yeah. Or you can never announce your arrival and just be a lurker in. Exactly, Amy. Have you been lurking? Because, thank you. I feel like I haven't said hi to you, but hi, Amy. And yeah, that's so true. Or you can just say hi and then continue to lurk and not say another word for the rest of the stream, and that is A-OK. I do that. I'll say hi. I might say one thing at the start, and then I'll get so engrossed in my colouring that I don't look up. Bit of highlights on the leopard. That looks terrible. Wipe that away. Do you like that about your paint pen? If it's still dry, you can just like wipe it away, and then if it does dry, you can scratch it off. I have done that many times in the past. Also, I've chosen to ignore that these circles in the grass exist. It's just some extra texture, hey? Nice CBA to worry about it. Right, there we go. I think he's done. And I love it. Is that a... That is a black mark on the page. Not like black mark, it's black line work. I have been, yes, got the last dozen pages or so of your live stream pages. Thanks, Amy. Sending hugs, Vera, yeah. Why do cats love laying in your pencils? Mine doesn't, but hey. Right, here we go. I was about to call it a lion. The leopard. I was worried it would blend in, but hey, they're kind of meant to blend into their surroundings, aren't they? And I think there's enough contrast. Oh yeah, when I was covering off stream, I did turn this into a grass mound rather than the brown of the desert, because it was fading in too much, and I think this looks better. Cats are a-holes. Hey, how dare you? Mine just sits on my lap like a little lovely girl. Yeah, just whited those lines out in the sky, and it's fine. Yeah, first page done in here. In fact, I'm gonna date it right now before I forget. What's the date? 12th. Hey, look, that's the first page I've coloured on live stream for my second year of live streaming. I do not know if I'll do that video again, but hey, maybe. Never say never. There we go. I'll leave it to the side to dry. And I will grab old Matchstick Mouse. Our buddy, our pal Matchstick Mouse. And the page for July is the bees. And I was planning on doing this last Friday, but then I cancelled my stream because I wasn't feeling great. So now I get a chance to come back to it. I had to run away that I'd been working the whole time, but busy editing and dealing with my mother. Oh, no worries and no apologies necessary, Adri. My cat also likes to take naps on my colouring pages. I think I'm going to put a cat tree beside my desk and see if he chooses to nap there instead. Probably not, like, because that's too normal. Right. Bees. I need my alcohol marker swatch chart. So we're going to have some nice green leaves. Oh, someone in the group did this and used purple instead of black for the bees. It looks so cool. So cool. But I think I'm going to do... I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. I mean, they're enjoying some honey here. I'm going to start with the bees. If in doubt, start with the bees. I think I'm going to use Y3. Oh gosh, almost tipped my chair. Just know that I'm watching from my TV. I appreciate you. They make these little clamp-on beds for cats. I tried to get Jess to get one for Lexi. Thing is, Lexi does not care much for beds, like specific cat beds. She much prefers an actual bed or someone's lap, or just a chair. Like she's never been one to sleep at a bed. Like she had a cat bed in the dining room where she sleeps at night for ages. Never used it. She just likes to sleep on some blankets on a dining room chair. That's her spot. Right, and then for the black part of the bees, I'm going to use Y13, which is a brown, but a very, very dark brown. I quite like using it for bees. It's a look, because I don't like using black. It's quite harsh. I will grab a brown for the branch. I can probably do that at the same time. Let's go E170. I like this colour for trees. For E58. She is a low maintenance sleeper. Right, let's start with the bees. I think I'll make their faces yellow. Yep, just double check in. I always like to double check that I've got the backer sheet where I want it to be, which is actually behind the page. I very rarely forget a backer page because I almost always have one. Okay, this yellow is running out. I'm going to need another one. Will I throw it away? No. Will I just get something different and use it instead? Yeah. I do have a backup, I think. I mean, that one already is my backup. Why 26? Do I have a backup? That's 6. That's an 8. Oh no. I do. I just can't see it. I'm just being blind. Not used it for something else, have I? No. There it is. It's because it's not quite as bright as you expect it to be. Like, that does not match. Thank you, Kate. I will update the info. I thought that as soon as I slapped the book on the table, and then I instantly forgot. Book. And I'm using Ohuhus. Hello, Lauren. Welcome in. Thanks for joining me. You've joined at a good time where I am starting this page. I've just finished the leopard that I was colouring on Friday. Oh, I will share it. Oh, quick. Ta-da! Did the leopard. And now, what's an extra time? I've got about an hour before I need to stop for dinner time. Munching some M&S chocolate that's been in the fridge. Ooh, so thick and tastes amazing. Love that. Ooh, now I want it, but no. I'm not actually that hungry. That's the thing about the heat, I find. My appetite goes way down. Way down. Which is good, you know. Not the thinnest of people. But, just means that I've not really wanted to snack at all during the day, which is a good thing. I'm a bit of a snacker. I mean, not a massive snacker, I will say. Hi Brittany, you're on a work lunch break. Hope work is going well. I've got to get ready for a wedding. Ooh, see you in the stream train tomorrow. Have a lovely time, Leisha. Enjoy the wedding. Need to extend that bit there. Right, I'm using this dark brown for the black sections. I may have even chosen too dark of a brown. Nah, this is fine. Oh, I missed a bit of yellow there. I can see bees! Exactly! I'll be interested to do how many bees have I coloured again next year before the start of February. To see how many I coloured over the last year. Like, compare my totals. I do love doing those videos. They do take quite a while to prep, etc. I love how some of these just have like spears. I don't really know what that is about, but they've got some spears. they definitely look like spears as well. Having lunch, so lurking, lurk away, thank you. You found set of the 216. Oh, that is good to hear. I know you've been on the hunt for those for a little while, Brittany. They don't like the friggin' mouse stealing their hard-earned honey. She's helping. She's a helpful little mouse, and I just noticed I forgot to colour her nose. She's helping them. Look, she's giving the pollen to the bee. She's been a good little mouse. She ain't stealing nothing. She's helping. I think these are legs here. I was trying to decide, and I've decided that they are. I think these are too. There we go. Gonna make their antenna yellow. Now, do I do yellow pollen, or will it be too much? It's very helpful little mouse, exactly. This book is adorable. And I like how we've got pages of progression. Like, grabbing the honey, grabbing the lemon to make a honey lemon drink. Oh. And then there's some which are on their own, just like mac and cheese. But here, she's collecting the wheat. She's making the dough. She's baking the bread. She's making a pizza, putting it in the oven. Nom nom pizza time. Collecting grapes, smushing them, and she's made some wine. Like, it's so cute, I love it. And then she's drunk and passed out. Love it. Oh, little fruit salad. Colour again in my one and only. I should colour again in my one and only Matchstick Mouse book. Absolutely. Because you've got the costume one, if I remember correctly. Okay. Tree I'm going to do next. So I know how to colour a tree. And that's brown. Went that over the lines a little bit. What colour should I colour this tiny dragon stealing a strawberry? Green could be cute, to like playing with the greens of the strawberry. You could also do it red, like the reason it's red is because it steals strawberries. I also like pink with strawberries. Or a kind of contrasting colour, you could go purple dragon. Always love a purple dragon. I've basically said every colour now. You could do it yellow to kind of tie in with the yellow seeds of a strawberry. Your brain works well, Jess, that's the one. I just, yeah, I remember weird things like that. I know that you've only got one Matchstick Mouse, and that Matchstick Mouse is Costume Party. And the page you've coloured in there, or a page you've coloured in there, oh, what is it? I feel like if I flipped through the book I would remember. You've coloured a couple though, I think. I feel like you've done the bunny, but that might be wrong. Or you've done one that looks vaguely tree-like. Or is it a mushroom? Something naturey. It's welcome to the guessing game of guess how... guess what pages Vera's coloured in this book that I'm not even colouring right now. It's a fun game. Join in. I think at the end I'm going to go over these wings with a glaze pen, because that'll look cute. With a wee set of alcohol markers, yeah. Right, have fun at work, Brittany, and I will see you again soon. Also interesting that this bee is pouring honey into this basket. It's the tree one. I got there eventually. Now I am thinking that she needs to have a matching hat with the bees because, hey, she's one of the bees. I personally like colouring Matchstick Mouse the same colour in her body throughout the same book. She's different across the different books. But then her hat, or if she's wearing a scarf or a backpack, I like to change that up depending on the colour scheme of the page. Because she's a trendy mouse. She will purposefully know that she's harvesting some pollen with some bees and go, I'm going to wear my yellow hat to match them. I've got the 60 set now, and Adele gifted those. Oh, lovely stuff. I think I will colour these spears with the same brown colour. Why are they holding spears? And they definitely are. I'm going to hold it up. That's a spear. And that's a spear. Are they like jabbing the pollen out of whatever? I mean, there aren't even any flowers up here. It's very confusing. But I think I will do the pollen a slightly lighter shade than the yellow of the bees. They're just being sure. Hey. So I think I'm going to do Y030, which is not slightly lighter, but it's quite a bit lighter. She's not taking! They are the drone defenders of the pollen. Love it. They're going to war. They're going, right, Matchstick, if you dare take our pollen, you'll be getting this. Yeah, I like this. Doing the pollen. Lighter shade of yellow. There we go. Da-da. Any more for any more? I don't think so. But we will do a darker shade of yellow for the honey. Oh. I'm going to grab Y1. Oh, come on. There we go. It's not for much. And then I think this is honey there. And then that's like the liner of it. I need to grab colour for a nose. I had a 24 set that only has a neon pink and no orange for some reason. Now I have 60 extra. Yeah, that will make things so much easier for you now. So I'm going to find a green for the leaves. What colour should I do this basket? What should I do the basket? The drone defenders of the queen. I'm assuming this is the queen because she's the biggest. Queens are always big. Okay, I'm going to find a green. But what colour should I do the basket? Ochre. Keep it up. What kind of green do I want? I think kind of like olivey toned green. Ooh, I'm going to go GO60 or YG111. There it is. It's called celery. I'm just going to swatch it on here just to be sure. Yeah. Chisel. I wanted to get the other, but she was like, I don't actually use them, so I'll send these. Found fair enough. Yeah, the set of 216 that I have are brush and chisel, and I was like, I'd rather the brush and fine. I never use the chisel, I hate the chisel, whereas the fine I do like for doing just straight lines and whatnot. But they didn't have the brush and fine, so I thought, I'll just get the chisel, it's fine. But yeah, I do 100% recommend the brush. I find I get a much smoother coverage. But hey, if someone's getting rid of some, take what I get, and I will say thank you. Got a mixed match of chisels and bullet tips, because I've got several smaller sets as they would go on sale, so I've got no standards, and that's fair. At the end of the day, they're still colours. The most annoying thing is, though, with the brush and fine versus brush and chisel, is the grey mark is different. So this is the new one. This is brush and fine. This is brush and fine as well. That's not a good example. That's not a good example. Where's my brush and chisel? Here it is. Okay. Brush and fine, brush and chisel. The brush tip is on the grey part of the marker here, whereas the brush tip is on the not grey part of the marker there. And so if I've just got them all down there and I'll be like, okay, brush tip, grey bit. Nope, wrong one. Turn it over. Yeah, so that's the only annoyance I find. Colouring this page is making me want to watch the Bee Movie, which I haven't watched for many years. But what a movie that is. That really started my passion for justice for bees. Because the world would collapse without them. And hey, who else out here can say that they abandoned their boyfriend for a bee? Not me yet, but maybe one day. So annoying. It's like just one of those annoying things. But I suppose it's because the grey marks the fine, whereas the grey marks the brush on the other one. So maybe it's the broad tip always doesn't have a marker, and that's why it's been flipped, because with the broad and fine tip it's like that. I don't know, but it's annoying. Throw mine on the rack and I put the brush tip facing forward so I don't get confused. That's good. Absolutely no bees, no humans, or anything else. Exactly. Wait, what? I should watch that. Have you never seen the Bee Movie? If not, 10 out of 10, recommend. It's such a silly movie, but it's great. Right, I now need to make a decision on the basket. Any more ideas? Let's make the bowls of honey, and I'll do the bowls the same colour to match. It's like, do I want to bring in another colour, or do I want to keep it quite yellow forward? So I could make it this light yellow colour there. What colour is a beehive? A beehive is, yeah, yellowish brown. Because I did initially think like a sort of tannish brown, but then I was like, but would that blend in with matchstick? Ooh. I was just looking across here and looked at Y260, which is kind of yellowish brown-ish. It's kind of like a golden colour. I feel like that could work. I need that one, I think. The new one. It looks quite yellow. I'll do it again. But I think if I layer it with browns, then it would be better. Been lurking, never heard of the Bee Movie. I'll be watching it after the stream. Love it, Patricia. I feel the pressure now. But honestly, I think it is a good movie. People who have seen the Bee Movie, do you think objectively it's a good or a bad movie? Like, I'm up for a debate. But I remember watching it as a kid, because, yeah, I'm quite young. I think it was released in the late 2000s, I want to say. Or maybe early 2000s. But the premise is the kind of like society of a bee. This bee has just graduated from school and it's making a life for himself, and he goes out into the world and starts fighting for the rights of bees, and it stops all honey production and they gain their rights. 2007 sounds about right. And yeah, that's the plot. It's like very aware that it's ridiculous, which I love about it. Okay, now that's dried. Yeah, I'm going to use that colour. Mainly because I can't be bothered to bend down and pick up anything else. I've had enough of bending. Last time I spent too long bending down to pick up alcohol markers, I fell off my chair and broke it. Is it on Disney Plus? Ooh, don't know. Watch Bee Movie. It might be, actually. No, it's not. Amazon Prime? Maybe? Netflix? No. Let's check Prime Video. Let's check Just Watch. Oh yes, it is included with Amazon Prime, so there you go. My boyfriend is telling me that someone uploaded the Bee Movie on YouTube, but every time the word bee is said in the movie, yes, it's brilliant. I've seen that video. Every time they say the word bee, it speeds up like 10% each time or something like that, and it just ends up being a at the end, because yeah, they do say bee a lot, shockingly. It's on Amazon Prime, Prime Video, Apple TV. Yeah, you've got Prime, check out the Bee Movie. I kind of want to watch the Bee Movie now, so maybe I'll be doing it after my stream as well. We'll all be watching the Bee Movie together and chat on Discord. And they'll be like, what on earth has Jess recommended here? Like, this is ridiculous. And I'll be like, yes, it's brilliant. Okay. The only thing I haven't decided is a colour for the background, and I ain't deciding that now. I'll do it at the end. I'm kind of thinking blue, but I tend to do that. But I think blue and yellow, they're contrasting colours, so it always looks good. Yeah, it is. I knew it wasn't a Disney film, but I was wondering if it was one of the films that got acquired by Disney, if you know what I mean. Like, was it part of Sony, or I can't remember what other studios it's taken on, Fox, things like that. I was wondering if it's that. I knew it wasn't a Disney movie, but not. They've got other movies on Disney Plus other than just Disney. Right, after that. DreamWorks, yeah. Pretty sure it was DreamWorks. Because now I distinctly remember, you know the DreamWorks logo at the start? Distinctly remember the guy who goes fishing on top of the moon and then he's like swatting a bee. You know, the fun things DreamWorks used to do at the start of their films. We've got a little baby pencil here. Got about half an hour. to shade. I don't know if I'll finish, probably won't, but I'll give it a go. And then Burnt Umber and Bista for that. Oh, what colour is Old Matchstick Mouse? It's not old. Van Dyke Brown, Nougat, Cinnamon and Beige Red. And I think I'll need a bit of Ivory. And I do need to buy a new one because I don't have a backup. Oh yeah, I don't know anymore what Disney has acquired. All of the things, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, could be. Could be. So we've got the branches. I think I'll start with that for now. Oh. I'm wearing a dress and it's not the most comfortable to sit on, I'm not going to lie. It's kind of... it's the material. It's textured. I feel like I've got a textured pattern on my butt. Bit TMI. Is there a store in London that sells polychromos open stock as far as you know? Definitely, there will be. There'll be plenty. I'm pretty sure there's a Cassart in London. And they will sell it. But yeah, for sure. We will do our fair bit of research. I'm sure we will. Because I booked my train tickets today. God, it's expensive going to London. 80 quid for one person for a train. It's an hour-and-a-half journey. Because I've got a very good connection near me where there's only a couple of stops on the line, which is why it's so quick. It usually wouldn't be that quick, but because it only has, I think, 3 stops between where I live in London. If I drove to London, it would take 3 hours, just for perspective. Yeah, on the train, it's an hour-and-a-half, very quick. I used to do that journey quite a lot, because I used to have friends that lived in London, and I would visit them several times a year. 80 quid. Oof. That's a good price. It's not. It really is not. But yeah, it's gone up so much since I've stopped travelling by train. Because when I did travel by train, I had the 16 to 25 rail card, which gave you a third off. And then basically as soon as I got a car, I haven't gone on the train. I think I went to London once for the day. That was a day returns, it's slightly cheaper. And I want to say that cost me like 70 quid. It's a return. I've got booked specific times though. And I do have booked seats for the journey as well. But I did it on, what's it called, Train Pal, I think. And they automatically will split your tickets. I compared a bunch of different websites to see what was the cheapest. And Train Pal, if you downloaded the app, you got £3 off. So I did that. And yeah, £80 and some change. When did you start? Are you early? Oh, I started a while ago. I've been here for 3 hours, Atlanta, but welcome in. I shared all of the pages I coloured on stream. I finished off the leopard, and now I'm colouring this one. It's been quite a productive day, actually. Same here in the Netherlands. The other side of the country is a 3-hour ride. Will cost you €60. I mean, that's much better cost than me journeying into London. Oh, I heard 18. Oh yeah, 18 is... yeah, that is cheap. 80. £80. I was like, if it's 18, I'd be laughing. I think anything under 50, I think, is fair. But reaching above 50, I'm like, oh. I mean, some places, like, depending on where you were booking, it was closer to £90, £100. This pencil is quite small and it's hurting my hands. But we will have lots of fun. Exactly. And I never go anywhere, so I am really looking forward to it. It's been many years since I've properly gone to London. So the last time I went was just for an interview. So I just went for the day. And then I think I went round the massive Primark on Oxford Street and that was it. And then I went home. Must be late. Wait, you started at 7 AM? I'm the one who's late. It's all good. Yeah, I started... What time did I start? 3 PM for my time. Just over 3 hours ago. Yes, 3 hours and 6 minutes. Right, there we go. Oh, no, get the stick done. Are you going to go to Cass Arts? Probably, yeah. I think, Vera, did you say you'd done some research at some different art stores and places you wanted to go? Wish the US had more trains to get to places, seems convenient. It is definitely. I mean, it is convenient, but sometimes could be so inconvenient. Like, it's not very regular, depending on where you live. In London, in city centres, the trains are very regular. But when you live in smaller towns like I do, yeah. It depends where you want to go as well. But I suppose the US is huge. It would take so much time, money, resources to connect that whole country by train. It would be insane. It would be interesting and useful. Let me check what I Google found. Foyles, books, but it said lots of hobby books as well. Foyles is a great shop. Waterstones, never been there, but I don't have to explain to you. Yeah, bookshop. I feel like that's so... Waterstones is so British. Like, Waterstones is in pretty much every time. Foyles is very much city. I've only ever been to a Foyles in London, and it's kind of fancier than Waterstones. Choosing Keeping, which is more old-fashioned, I guess. I haven't heard of that. Sounds like it's only a London store. Oh, Foyles. Cass Arts has a few different. There's one in Bristol that I've been to. But it's only in the really big city centres. There's not very many Cass Arts, like actual shops. It's more of a online store. Present and Correct, Papersmiths, London Graphic Centre. I've heard London Graphic Centre is like your one-stop shop. Like, that is the place to go. Cornelissen and Son, Old Bloomsbury. Is your area a different state, province, district, county than London's? I don't know the geopolitical correct term in the UK. Lucy, I will show you where I am on a map. I should have this like saved on a tab. County maps of the UK. Muji, yes, definitely Muji. Ryman, good. Ryman's was good once upon a time. I've been to some Ryman's recently that were okay. It's just trying to find a map that is big enough to see. Visit Wikishare. That's funny. I just want... Here we go. Big old map. And I can increase the size of that. Well, we also have the privacy and cookies policy, but that'll do. Right, screen share. So, This is the UK. Oh, come on, there we go. This is the UK. I live here in Wiltshire. London is over here. It's kind of like in between all of those counties. So I'm not actually too far away. Actually, it's closer to here, I think. Yeah, there's Wiltshire. And then, for context, Joe is up here in Yorkshire. So, and then up here is Scotland. So, yeah, like, I mean, looking at this, it's not far, but once you hit around here in the country, things are so slow. There's such little motorways and main road connect. Like, we've got main roads, but it's slow. Whereas you go further up north and it's got much better connections. Yes, and Helen's also up in Yorkshire as well. Yeah, I'm Wiltshire and London's over here. There we go. Because London is kind of its own separate entity. It's not within a specific county. I think it's got a few different counties that it's a part of. London, instead of being county-based, is borough-based. So you like split into different boroughs, and that's kind of like the county equivalent of living in London. Because if you live in London, no one actually lives in the city of London. It's a very, very small borough. Oh, I want that map. What website was that? That is the abcounties.com. There you go. London does just like to be unique. Is it just Jackson Art that sell Holbeins? I think that was the best price I saw Holbeins for sale on. Was Jackson Art. For me to take the train to Chicago, it would leave at 4 hours. It would be to leave at 4 hours and cost that much going one way, depending on which way you're going. Oh, it would be 4 hours, yeah. That's a lot. It's more specific art stores. Yeah, we'll kind of narrow down the best list. It might be good to check things like YouTube and TikTok and see like what places people recommend, because seeing what Google recommends is very different to what actual people like to go to. I know Canada has provinces, US and Brazil has states, Colombia has districts, so England has counties. Correct. Oh, hi Millie, just lurking, no worries. Saw some of Chris Broad's last drive around the UK and the skinny roads give me anxiety. Oh, I'm so used to country roads. Well, not so used to, but we got a lot of country roads around me. I am in the country, I am. The West Country. And the boroughs here go for miles, yeah. Columbia has departments, like I live in the department of Quindio. My sister used to live in Nottingham. Ah. Yes, that department's confused with districts. Districts is neighbourhood, is Paris. My bad. My county is West Yorkshire, yeah. So, for example, when I've done my collab videos, if it's got, like for people in the US, they can put the state they're in, comma, USA, and I've got the same for UK, and the first bit is the county, so Yorkshire, UK, Pembrokeshire, UK, Hertfordshire, UK, for example, Wiltshire. I try and keep it quite broad rather than going based on towns. But then you also have some places which are so large they are their own county. Bristol is its own county because Bristol's big. Bristol isn't part of its own thing, and Bath, which is my local city, is technically part of what's called Baines, which is Bath and North East Somerset. Rather than being part of Somerset, it's part of Bath and North East Somerset because it's large. I don't know about places up north because I'm not familiar. Lucy, to confuse you more, states in the US are divided into counties. Yeah, I have wondered about that. Like, because I know counties are a thing in the US, like the county sheriff, for example. What is a county in the US? So, from what Kimberlyn just said, I take it you've got the country, the state, and then the state is made out of individual counties. Correct? Maybe? So, not shires, they're shires. Wiltshire, Gloucestershire, Hertfordshire. And even if counties don't have a shire at the end, they probably did at one point in their life. Like Dorset, used to be Dorsetshire. Somerset used to be Somersetshire, but it's just Somerset now. It's a portion of a state, yes, that's correct. Okay, that's good to know. 85? Wow. I didn't realise it was so small. Interesting. Well, I suppose it's not small, but like so subdivided is the word I was trying to look for. Right, because 85, I think that's more counties than we have in the UK. I was off by 2, 83. I'll let you off there. My city and county are the same. I'm in the US. Counties in the US is a subsection of a state. Isn't it something to do with Vikings, all the shires? Oh, why did I say shires? I mean, they are... I think when you put it in a word like that, you call it the shires, but when you're saying it at the end of a word, it's shire. And the Vikings made settlements, yeah. The state is separated into counties, usually based on voting districts, which is why the counties look strange, because they got, what's it called? I forgot the word. Okay, Mac. But yeah, that is... I suppose... It's kind of like in the UK, how our voting system isn't... That's even different. It's not based on the county you live in, because it's too big. There's too many people in it. So it's based on your council, like your borough council. Or now I don't even know what I'm talking about. But it's like there's 3 or 4 voting areas within each county, or maybe a few more than that. But I think it's done so it's roughly the same amount of people in each area, roughly. But there'll be like a North Wiltshire, East Wiltshire, West Wiltshire kind of situation, or it might be a northeast Yorkshire area, or a South Somerset area. That's your voting like council. Voting districts and counties are not the same thing. Districts are created differently depending on the state. Each state gets to decide how to divide the state into voting districts. Gerrymandering, that's the word. I would never have got that. This is what Google says. Shire is a traditional term for a county or administrative district in Great Britain. There we go. And I wonder at what point did some of these counties decide to drop the shire? Like Devonshire. Like, when and why? And how and why? And what? I mean, this sort of stuff is a little complex for my little old brain to comprehend much of. Drop the shirt. Sounds like an amazing rap song. Drop the shirt. Drop the bass. Drop the shirt. There we go. I think it's Matchstick Mouse time. Let's have a drink. Gerrymandering is when they draw the line for voting purpose. The thing is, the draw in the way the vote doesn't count for a certain group of people. It's a way to suppress the vote in the USA. Oh, yeah, I'll be honest, like, I've heard of the word, but I've never been told the explanation of the word. I mean, that is confusing and also crazy. Ooh. And occasionally hilarious. Occasionally. Historically, I'm sure England used to have its own kings in medieval times, i.e. the King of the North, King of the South. You're just thinking of Game of Thrones. No, but you're right. I mean, before 1066, it was more localised, wasn't it? Well, there was no king before then. Not in the modern sense of a... well, not necessarily king, monarch, I should say. Invasion of the Vikings, it became more divided. I've got quite light this Van Dyke Brown. In Brazil, it's first regions, north, northeast, northwest, west, mid, yeah, got ya. Second, states. Third, municipalities. Fourth, regional municipalities. Okay, fair. I mean, yeah, Game of Thrones is based on medieval Britain to an extent. It's like a fantasy version of medieval Britain. Like, just minus the White Walkers. Minus the names of the houses. And then neighbourhoods. Yes, haha, exactly. Well, because to come up with that whole... I mean, what a man. George R. R. Martin coming up with this whole kind of strange version of the country. Well, it's a fictional country, but definitely based on Britain. Ending was so disappointing. Yeah, my mum a few months ago watched it for the very first time because it was on Sky, like catch up. So she had them all saved. And she was like, I know the ending's terrible, and she was fully prepared for it, but it got to the end and she was like, I was not prepared for that. I feel like that's the case for everyone. Like, you see a million and one ways that it's going to end, and then it ends like you think it could end here, and it's over here. That's where it ended. It's so stupid. And the fact that George R. R. Martin is just sitting on the final, 2 novels? Just sitting on them. I don't think he has any interest in finishing them because he knows the bad reception the final got. He is swimming in cash. He is fine. He doesn't need to do nothing. I had a student write a paper comparing Game of Thrones to the War of the Roses. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, I can imagine that was interesting because the War of the Roses... I started doing history A-level, And so I started learning a little bit about the War of the Roses, and then I decided I'm not interested in this. It ain't for me. I don't want to do it. So I changed. And my teacher described it as the War of the Roses as EastEnders, but make it Tudor times. And EastEnders is a soap opera. Just drama. So I can imagine that was a very interesting comparison. Song of Ice and Fire, never getting finished? No, definitely not. Called Lannister from Lancaster. I don't know how to... Why am I struggling? Lannister from Lancaster. Yeah. Starks he pulled out of York. Oh yeah, fair. Never even... And Westeros is basically the Britain map. Yeah, it's like... just slightly misshapen kind of thing. Yorkshire versus Lancashire, War of the Roses. Banter still occurs today, I'm sure it does. Literally 20 years. I think I saw somewhere that it's now been longer of a wait. Yeah, I saw this online the other day that it's been... They've been waiting longer for the next novel than it was when he wrote the first one. There's been more of a gap between the last novel he wrote and now, and the first novel he wrote, which is just crazy. And you just know that he's just sat at home living his best life, doing absolutely F all. Martin is as in George R.R. Martin, the author of the Game of Thrones series of books. Oh Christ, the door slam just shut just now. Heard he decided not to write the last one because the show ruined it for him. Yeah, I heard that too, that he was like, well, I'm almost certain he would not have ended it like that. Apparently he told the showrunners 3 details about the show and the direction. One of them was the origin of Hodor's name. One of them was the true story of Jon's parentage, and I can't remember what the third one was. Or if that was ever confirmed, but I know those other 2 were definitely confirmed. I mean, I read the last novel when it first came out, and I was in college at the time, so yeah, it's been a minute. I think the first one was 99, I want to say, or 95. It was somewhere in the late 90s, I'm pretty sure. For sure he would not have written that terrible ending. In my mind, I ignored the last 3 episodes of the show. I mean, the whole final season was not great. Just strange. And I think it just goes to show how solid the source material was, and how it was a perfect adaptation for something that is so chaotic. Because I started reading the first one and I just couldn't get into it. It was so much going on. To transfer that into a show that had so many storylines and characters and actually make it cohesive and make sense and got you invested was very impressive. But clearly they just didn't have the ideas. Wasn't Khaleesi a perfect actress? I mean, most of the actors were brilliant, perfect casting choices. Didn't make it past Game of Thrones season 3. Oh, I mean, season 3 was one of the best in my opinion. The Game of Thrones colouring book, and it has art by Thomas F. Tomic. I have seen that. I have. I didn't get it. I don't care much for... As much as I'm a big fan of various different franchises, I don't care for books, like colouring books on them. I don't know what it is. It's not for me, and that's fair. I think because I'd want to colour it realistically, and for me that would just take away some of the creativity. And a lot of it is just so neutral and grey and brown and boring, and that wouldn't appeal to me either. So I'm happy not having them. It's all good. Okay, let's do this basket next. Yeah, more umber and brown ochre. I agree. Ali just pops into, I concur. I would marry Jon Snow tomorrow. Oh, I was obsessed with him. And Robb Stark, come on. Read the books, never really watched the show. Interesting. Who started the tag you tagged me in? Me! I created that list of questions specifically, but it was based off of sassy colouring, so that's who to give credit to. And that's with no you in colouring. The only thing close that I got was the Harry Potter Sweets and Treats, but it doesn't have any characters in it. That was the one thing that I was like, maybe. And then I was actually like, no. I think I'd find that too much. Like, too many sweets, too many treats. It is very cool, though. Learned very early on not to get attached to anyone in that show. Yeah, oh, it was so fun chatting to my mum about the show, because it had been over for years, and then she got into it like 10 years later and was watching it, and she knew nothing. The only thing she knew was that it had a terrible ending. She didn't know about any of the characters, any of the storylines, who dies, who survives, whereas because when I get into things I get quite obsessed, and I was aware of some things, not all. But I would go to her and be like, oh, who's your favourite? Who do you like? And she goes, I do love Ned. I like how he treats his daughters. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's great. We all love Ned. He's such a good guy. Giving nothing away. And in my head I was like, oh, honey. And then she gets to it and she goes, he's dead. And I was like, I know, Mum, it's very sad. And then she was just waiting for Joffrey to die. And I was like, don't you worry, it'll happen. Don't worry. And it will be satisfying. Literally. But I think everyone goes through that, because there's nothing unlikable about Ned. He is such a good guy. The only good guy in the whole series. Like, objectively good to the core. No problems with him. Everyone watched it. And everyone was like, oh shit, they mean business. They fully just decapitated him. Like, what? Because no other show really had done that. Not in the first season, with your main guy. I mean, it was Sean Bean, so we shouldn't have been surprised. Show made a mess because they kill people that aren't dead in the books. They like tweaked plot lines, which made it messy. Very messy. And like, they added some characters that never existed. Yeah, with a personality like that, you have to like, yeah, you can't be nice in this universe, not at all. But on the other side, like, you can't be absolutely horrific and survive as well, but you're gonna hate them for a long time. It just makes that death even more sweeter. But I fully cannot believe that Martin would have ended it with Bran being the king. It just undid all his character arc, I think. Anyway, we will change the conversation, because if you've never seen it, you're like, what the hell are they talking about? I'm really bored. Did the Jon Snow actor and his wildling girl, can't think of her name. Yes, they did. What's the actor's name? Kit Harington and... oh, what's her name? It's like something Leslie. Rose Leslie? I think is her name. But yes. They got married and they met in the show, and their chemistry just like radiates off the screen. I love shows like that where they like find their soulmate on the show and fall in love together, and it's just like, oh, so cute. Random comment not connected to the connected to the conversation. Why can't water-based markers just number their freaking markers? Literally, how hard is it? It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be flashy. Just a little random number. It doesn't even have to make sense. It could be any random number. Doesn't have to be in an order. Just put something on there. Some kind of marker. How hard is that? You can print your branding on it. Just put a little 7 next to it. Or a 42. Like whatever. Pick your number. Did anyone watch Last of Us? I didn't actually. Or I haven't. I think it's something I would enjoy. I just haven't watched many new series. I just don't have the time. I just watch so much YouTube, I'll be honest. Who water-based markers are numbered. That is one of the exceptions, yeah. I was fully prepared of the first part of the second season, but watching everyone's reactions and the whole internet blowing up was like, wow, yeah. Such a good show. Yeah, games are better. I heard it was good, but they kind of ruined the ending again. I don't know. I know basically nothing. OMG, Downton Abbey. Rose Leslie played a servant at Downton Abbey, yet grew up in a castle. Yes, she did. She was in that. Are the colours aligned to the alcohol markers? Are they numbered the same way? I think some... I don't know. I'm going to shut up. I have, like, old Ohuhu water-based dual tip marker pens. But they were totally not connected at all to them. But I don't know about the newer ones. They may be. I think they're similar in the current colour range, but maybe not the same numbers. Love Downton Abbey. I've seen bits of it. When it came out, it was at a time where I wasn't watching much TV. But yeah, it's a good show. I would watch like the odd episode here and there. I'd always watch a Christmas episode with my mum. But it was when it aired, I just wasn't around. It's a new show on Amazon that's cute. It's based on a book. I think it's called Every Year After or something like that. It's not bad. One of those shows that I could turn on and do other stuff. Nice. I've been very slowly re-watching Modern Family. Just like 2 or 3 episodes a day. Like when I just feel like something easy. I don't want to have to concentrate. Just put that on in the background. Love it. And I'm usually a really big binger, but I've been resisting this time. I've really been watching it slowly. But I've just started season 3. Which usually by this point I'd be almost finished. Dame Maggie Smith, absolute ledge. Another UK show I love but I haven't seen lately. Oh, I loved Call the Midwife. It's finished now actually. They're doing a spin-off though. But the full show is finished. Great show. The final season was this year, actually. Yeah, I really like that. I found it so interesting and very educational for someone... Like, that wasn't that long ago. And just seeing how much it has changed. Very interesting. Ooh, there we go. Right, polychromos. Let's get my bee colours out. In fact, actually, first, let's do the spearheads. One place. Need to continue watching this. I mean, Call the Midwife, it was very good, the first few series. It went a bit meh. And then it picked up again. It's good. It's a very good series. And yeah, very like informative. But also entertaining. Right, Naples Ochre. That one. There we go. Right, let's do the pollen first, I think. Don't know how many seasons. Oh, it double that, Adri. I think it got to 16 or 17. There was a lot. Someone can fact check for me. maybe even like 18 or 19. There was a lot. Need to get back into it. They're still creating episodes. No, they've literally just finished. And I tell you what, it was a beautiful finale. It was really good. I was very impressed. Had a nice kind of closure to it. It wasn't like too over the top. It was really nice. And they've kind of left it open to come back and future spin-offs and whatnot. Old classic Heartbeat. I've got a client that loves watching Heartbeat. She's like, every night watch my Heartbeat. I've never watched it though. I had to leave because everyone insisted on talking to me. I'm glad I caught you still live. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up the main part of this image, hopefully, because I haven't heard anyone in the kitchen yet. I'm starting to make tea. If I do, then I will wrap things up. What's the time? 42. Yeah, I'll get the bees done. At least try to. And then I will be gone. If it was just me, I would carry on, finish the whole thing. But alas, I've got parents who want to eat at whatever times. Have to go. Have a great day, night, evening, everyone. You too, Lauren. Thanks for being here. Getting so anxious talking about series. I feel like I get spoilers, but I don't think I'll ever watch this because of time. I mean, I think with something like Game of Thrones, like, we're way past spoiler territory. Like, when it was going on, fair enough. But it is been finished for such a long time now. And to hear about characters' death, I'm like, if you do go back and watch it, whatever. But I don't tend to talk too much about spoilers. Dealing with mother, it's been crazy. Oof. Yeah. From what you've told us in your previous streams, I'm feeling for you. You just gotta stand your ground, Adri. Because you deserve to be happy. One newer series that I did start watching, I watched the first 3 episodes of Lord of the Flies. I do know it's quite horrific. Like, I've seen the film scene, and if you've seen it, you're like, I think you know what I'm on about. But I never really knew the plot other than kids stranded on an island. Anarchy ensues. I watched the first 3 episodes, and then I felt a bit meh. Next day when I went to return to it, and I was like, I need to be in the right mood because I have a feeling this is going to get depressing. And I still haven't finished it. I need to finish it. Other than that one, nothing new from me. Well, it's hard, like, when are you in the mood to feel a bit sad and depressed? Even if you catch spoilers, so many characters died. If you've ever watched The Infill, will be lost on the shuffle. Definitely, yeah. Definitely. And so much happens. It's kind of by the by. Reminds me of school, Lord of the Flies. Oh yeah, no, I never did it, like read it or anything like that. Just To Kill a Mockingbird for us. I mean, most stuff that's like made for children is like, there's some deep stuff in there. I suppose there's a lot of analysis you can do in Lord of the Flies as well, which makes it ideal for teaching. Yeah, horrific. I do think that one is particularly horrific. We did To Kill a Mockingbird. Oh, hang on 1 second. Wow, my tea's ready. Right, I'm just going to finish shading the yellow parts of these bees and then I will jump off. I did not hear them in the kitchen at all. Usually I can hear when they start preparing things, but oh, they were sneaky. But we got burgers tonight, so yeah, yummy. Right, I'm going to head off. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I will share this finished page probably tomorrow. I'll finish this off tonight after tea. My mummy is doing well. My mother is not. Put her in a home. Now it's when. No, it's not. It's not your problem, Adri. Not at all. Do you think they get Harry Potter in English lit now? I don't know. Maybe. Every time someone asks me about my favourite books, I've got a whole list, but you made me sad and depressed. That's reading, eh? But yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out with me. And yeah, I will share this page tomorrow. I am going to be doing page hopping in Inklings, in Small Victories tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you all there. I did colour the leopard as well in this stream, and also showed over 100 pages from my past year of streaming. So yeah, thank you for joining me for the celebration. It's been so fun hanging out with you all. And I will see you all tomorrow for the stream train. Bye everybody!